Hello everyone, good morning. I'm going to be starting out with the E50 here. Hopefully everything's going to go well. It's pretty crappy out where I live, so hopefully my power doesn't go out or any internet problems. So if I end up disappearing, you know why. Anyway, finally going to be playing the E50. I know a lot of you guys have kind of been waiting for me to get it. It is not elite right now. Primarily because I do not have any Thank you very much. I should have known. Thanks about the no sound thing. For whatever reason, it was working. Right before I tested it, I guess for whatever reason it shuts it off, or it shut it off for whatever reason when I clicked stream. Fantastic. But anyway, what I was saying is, I have the 8.8 centimeter on this, which thank you guys. um, but more or less, without the Top Gun, you have 500 more DPM on this, a little bit more pen and overall accuracy, but it's actually a little bit worse off as far as the on-the-move accuracy. And I'd honestly rather have the more alpha, just because you don't have to expose yourself as much. But I don't have any free experience right now and barely enough credits, so that's why I'm playing with this. It's not a bad tank to play without the top 105 though. It's just you have to play it a little bit differently than you normally would. It's like right now I literally cannot afford to I actually cannot freaking penetrate him very well, honestly, without straight up pure premium rounds. Even though he is low HP, I'm still gonna concede straight victory from him and kind of try to run away in a sense. Here we go. I don't even feel bad spamming gold at him. He's in a mouse. That tank deserves to get shot with APCR. I'm gonna say this E100. I don't feel all that bad either. Run away. Hello, Walhalla. But thanks for letting me know about my mic though. I actually checked it right before I freaking hit the button. I am not sure why it does that, in all honesty. I have no freaking idea. But I've only had like 2 matches in this so far, believe it or not. They haven't exactly gone so well, but a lot of my matches last night were not going very well. I don't know what it was. It was brutal. I just logged on primarily to get the 10 kills done for the mission. It took me about, I don't know, like about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer to be able to do it. Which, hello, no past. Oh yeah, this is pretty much, it's almost the most expensive premium round for the lack of damage that you actually cause. I think the only thing that's worse is stuff like the Bulldogs premium round as far as cost to what the hell, I'll just ram him here because I'm gonna die anyway. Did 3,000 damage, but you basically need a lot of shots with the 8.8 to actually rack up a ton of damage. So oh Lord, always my microphone problems. Yeah, I can add the 140 on. But pretty much, I was just talking about the E50. You know, a lot of you guys have been asking me to play it. I finally have it, at least. You know, I have a crew for it now. I actually have equipment on it, so I can at least play it when it's requested. Because it's been like I would say 2 to 3 month journey just to get to it with how slow I grind tanks. But my body is like killing me here. It just wants to go, honestly, it wants to go back to bed. I actually got a ton of sleep last night, but we weren't really supposed to get any snow from this nor'easter blizzard that's currently happening, but oh, it's like downpouring here. It's windy as all hell. Levi, he's passed out. He lasted about 2 minutes outside. We usually go on a like 30-minute his pace is kind of like a slow jog walk in the morning, and he's just like, nope. He turned right around. He had like a jacket and everything on too, and he was like, no, we're not going out here. Poor little dog. I'm just so tired because, you know, it's one of those days where you just want to kind of flop back into bed and not do anything. Nice no pass. That's quite a bit of damage. It's a lot less than that, I would say. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. That's nice, Valhalla, that you got your new PC. It's always a good feeling. It's kind of hopefully the patch doesn't give you too much problems with like the lag spikes and everything. Oh God, there's a Rudy. This little tank, though, you know, like the standard Panther 1, you know, it does have its limitations as far as armor and alpha, but it's pretty much a standard Panther that does not see tier 9s. I screwed that up a little bit. And it has less penetration, of course. But, you know, the tank, you know, you're not going to see tier 9s, so your matches are more consistent. Like, you're still going to have trouble at times. Like, I'm, you know, basically trying to brawl against... Every tank up here has more damage per shot than me. Except for him, I guess, because he is a 76, not the 90. Oh God, why are you running away, IS? Why are you running away? That's not good for the T-29, it's not good for me. It's not good for anybody involved here. Luckily he missed. It's like the T-20, I don't have the best gun depression, unfortunately. It's just his IS, he flanked him, awesome. But AT-15A's coming around. Very nice. We'll be able to finish him off before he reloads, I hope. Yep. But you know, since they buffed this, I think it's actually like I still like my AT-15A. I would say the most out of tier 7 premiums, but I would say that this is one of the best tier 7 premiums that you can get. Lord, that's not good. It's like you do lack penetration. Don't get me wrong with that, but you know, it's like playing the Panther one. Uh, you know, you take out 9s, you lose some penetration, but it's a pretty fun tank. Plus, you got spaced armor across the whole thing. Well, why wouldn't you like that? It kind of screws with you know, all the people in mid tier like derp guns, because we'll give you added protection from them. It's pretty much 5mm across the whole tank, you know, except for the roof and the rear. I think there's no rear on there. Which, hello, Phil. That's good, Walhalla. Maybe it's just a North America problem, because everyone, or not everyone, but most people are having like massive lag spikes and packet loss at, you know, it depends on the time, but it's been almost every day for me so far. Alright, so pretty decent match, you know, almost 1500 damage, and you know, almost 60,000 credits there. But I'll pop into the 252U next. Let me, because I know you're kind of asking about this. Uber. Let's hop out of the E50 though. I'm just gonna normalize the cruise here. But more or less between the two, as you can see here, it has a little bit more DPM, but that just might be because of my equipment or something. But virtually the same, you know, virtually the same accuracy in a way. It's just the main difference you're going to have here is with the penetration. You know, this is 150 for the standard, this is 198, but the 198 is your premium round. So the Panther definitely beats it out there, but more or less you're going to get 198 if you carry a little bit of premium to deal with some heavier tanks, you know, primarily tanks above you, above your tier. But more or less, you know, they're the same, a little bit less turret armor, but you know, it's one of those premiums that since they buffed it, it's pretty much equal with its peer, more or less. Like the Panther one's definitely still better because you know, the small little differences, but primarily the penetration. But the limited matchmaking is definitely a huge plus. Above the I would say yes, but that depends. Like I'm terrible at playing TDs like the SG-122-44, but I would say on average, like the SG-122-44 probably has a higher ceiling as far as your best matches. You're going to be able to get wipe the floor with that tank sometimes with its DPM and alpha, but the Panther M10 is kind of like playing the, you know, the regular Panther. It's just easy to play. Like it's, and you know, it's just smooth playing it. I'll say that. You know, you don't have matches where you're gonna hate the view range like on SG-122-44, not having a turret and stuff like that. Like I always, you know, like this tank, the 252U. I think it's an excellent tank. It does struggle against higher tiers, so sometimes you have that high and low feeling where you feel, you know, invincible sometimes, and then, you know, next time you're bottom of the match, which say in the Panther M10 you only have one tier higher than you that you're facing, so it's less up and down and you're more just towards the middle top, I would say. So that's the, you know, the beauty of limited matchmaking. He's on my blacklist. I don't know why. I have like 500 plus people on my blacklist. He's more or less people I put on there are either trolls in a clan with, a clan that basically just team kills people, or they're just straight up assholes. That's how you get on my blacklist. That's kind of my, I guess I could say, like, XVM filter in a way. Shit, I missed. I can hit that Dicker Max somewhere. I just want to try to get this KV2 down. Here we go. That way he's one-shottable for those guys up there. That'll make it life a little bit easier for them. I wanted to go north, like way far north there, but it's a little bit too risky from this side. I don't go up there anymore, because more often than not your team just straight up loses that side. Okay, I need to start pulling back. Yeah, like top tier here, this tank, I would say it's, not, I would never say overpowered, just because, someone that knows where to actually shoot you is going to beat you. But for premium, it is very, very strong for being a top tier tank in a match. Yeah, I overextend it here a little bit too far. I'm gonna die now. I honestly deserve to die as well. Yep. The only saving grace I can have is if this IS-6 doesn't end me. Oh god, he's getting around to my side. Ah, shit. This thing just doesn't have the accuracy sometimes. But I still did 2,200 damage, spot it for 2,000. So hopefully my team makes a comeback, but I don't think so. It's just we put too many people up here, and the reason I don't go up there anymore, unless you have like overwhelming odds and they don't have heavy tanks, which they still had pretty decent tanks to go up there. Pushing up here, it's so easy for the other team just to cut you off and, murder your team up there. So you can play the 122-44 sometimes like a medium, but I'd still say it's a TD through and through. It's mainly, I guess, lack of turret and the V range that kind of hurts it there. Echo Baby, the Blacklist. Essentially, the way I use it, not everyone uses it this way, but essentially a Blacklist is more or less, if you can block them for the battle, but if you add it to it, it's kind of like the reverse list compared to your friends list, where people on your friends list, you see them, they can message you if you have that setting clicked off to only your friends can message you. Blacklist, the person can't send you messages, can't talk to you, you don't see any pings on the mini-map, don't see their messages in battle. You pretty much just block them, from ever contacting you ever again in the game. They can still message you on the forums and stuff, but you can remove people from it. It's pretty much where your friends list is. If you scroll all the way down, you'll see your blacklist there. Me personally, I don't use mods, like XVM. Some people use that, to see how good or bad a person is. I put people on my blacklist that, are pretty much assholes. Like, I put people on there that, team kill people, are dicks to people in chat, look like they're bots, team kill people, stuff like that. That way I know if they're on my team. I kind of need to keep an eye out for them in a way. And if they start shooting at me, it's definitely not the first time they've done it. So, blacklist for your clan members. Oh god. Thank you for missing me. It was safer for me to pull forward there. If I had pulled back right away, he would have killed me. Or not killed me, but he would have hit me. I'm gonna have a problem here if this artillery aims my way. Just the, you know, the Conqueror there, he can hit me. Depending on where he's at, if he's over that side, he can hit me behind a rock, and if he's straight forward, he can hit me back here. So it's a matter of, do I think he's on this side or not? I'm going to venture to say he's on the other side, but we shall see about that. Alright, E5. You need to be a little bit careful here. Ah, shit, I screwed that up. That's a boo-boo. Let's say there's 3 of us up here, so we should be able to just swarm him. And I'll... Oh god, there's a JPZ. I honestly did not see him at all. Oh god, I am not awake yet. Typically, I am very good at looking at the mini-map, just, you know, seeing how many little frickin' triangles are down there. That did not register at all that there was more than the 268. So I was just about to say, as that JPZ shot me, is, oh, I'm going to go down here and, you know, start the push on the 268, and we're just going to, you know, surround him and kill him. Nope. Granted, it's still going decently well for us. Alright, he's a goner. Oops. Alright, this T10 might push in. It's more important for me to stick up here with my teammates and set them on fire. Very nice. I'm just going to move into some resemblance of cover over here. That way I can kind of limit the amount of people that can shoot at me. I made a little bit of a mistake, but, you know, as long as you're keeping your gun in the fight, that's all that matters sometimes. But I was pretty damn close to dying there. Zero damage, critical hit. Oh god. Threw me off a little bit there, buddy. Very nice. Ah, shit, that Scota's still running away over there. Whatever. Ah. Here we go, I tracked him. Ah, very nice. He got tracked again. Not that I just hit him, but... There we go. Got him out. I love fast-firing guns. It allows you to kind of, you know, correct your shots pretty quickly and easily. I might die here. You know, I am kind of pushing out. Or I could wait for them to spot the T-49, but... My team's doing pretty well. I already did 3,800 damage. I'm completely content with, you know, the match so far. So why not try to push in and make this a little bit interesting? No problem, Echo Baby. I thought there was an opening there. Let's see, I got him pointed this way, so he gets to go that way. Oh god, is he like... Looks like he is hell-bent on trying to kill me. This Conqueror gun carrier might. Nope. Yes, I guess auto-aim. Deal with it. I've honestly never seen a JPZ 100 go over there either. I've seen them further back, but not as far up as that guy just was. So, yeah. I was a little bit surprised. Pretty decent match though. We lost Swamp. Let me just take a look at that. First here. You know, the tank rewards missions, I kind of gave up on them for this month, honestly. So pretty decent match here in a 140. But, you know, if you feel free to request US and Russian tanks, because, you know, that will help with me getting some of them done. But, you know, I'm still trying to do them a little bit, but I'm not necessarily focusing on them that much. I probably should go for like safe stowage or something, but I'm just gonna do that for now because I'm gonna end up resetting that guy eventually when there's a sale going on. But yeah, I'll add, you know, after this I'll add like a US and a Russian tank. You know, if you want to see anything specific, I will gladly play it for you guys. Hello, Nori. Nice to see you. Well, the 140, that's, you know, kind of the trade-off you get with it is weaker turret. It's still a damn good tank. It's just, that's what you pay to have a little bit more gun depression. Yeah, more or less for this month's tank rewards thing, if I get something, because typically I just try to get to wherever you get to choose tanks so I can get some free gold. Which, oh god, our team's gonna just probably try to kill the STB1 and lose. Which, thank you for the subscription, Nori. This month I don't think I will be able to get to it, especially with since I'm going back to work. But yeah, you never know. Shit, I did not expect him to spot me. Still getting a little bit used to this tank. You know, it's very fast with a good gun, but I'm still... Oh, God. I should have known that was going to happen. Honestly, this is not a tank I want to sit there and fight over a hill with against an STB1. Gold or no gold, yeah. I guess that M46, he probably has stuff like a binocs or optics or something. Because not that the camouflage on this is, you know, the best in the game or something like that, but he's spotting me a little bit sooner than I would expect. But like I said, I don't have the most matches in the world in this thing. Maybe just I think like 2 or 3 so far. I haven't really gotten a chance to play it too much. The tank rewards, you go to tankrewards.com. I don't know if it's for outside of the US server yet. They kind of stated it was for all servers eventually. The US just got it first to kind of test out the system essentially. But, you know, I don't think it has come to, like, EU or RU and other places yet. Essentially, you just sign up on the website. It's Wargaming's website. And you get missions to complete daily, weekly, stuff like that, whatever. And you get to select free stuff basically every month. Give or take a little bit. They've been doing them a little bit longer recently. Shit, I guess missed it. And it's like, if it just so happens that he's gonna be worth gold to kill, I might as well shoot him, but he makes the most sense right now for me to shoot at. I don't want to push into him, but if he's one-shottable, why not? Go down the rabbit hole. I'm gonna run into an E100 here. No! I didn't click. Oh god. Good job, 140. I kind of went that way because I was hoping I could slip in and go right behind this guy, but it all worked out in the end. I was just trying to hold on to my shot a little bit too long there. Well, that's kind of good it released later on, you know, for SEA. You guys got a little bit of a warning at least. You know, basically the NA EU servers in Russia, you know, it basically popped up one day with no official notice. Probably because, you know, they don't want to give out essentially a free tank right away, you know, and it might catch somebody off guard, you know, missing the first day or something. So, yeah. He did lure me, yeah. But even if he wasn't worth any gold, I probably would have done the same thing. But that's the problem I have with light tanks sometimes. Sometimes you play this, Nori? Can I play the 110? Yes, I can. Spadicus? I think that's your name. What do I prefer for gold rounds? Pretty much APCR is what most people prefer, including myself. It's tier 10. I'm gonna have to kind of cower in fear in the back here. This tank just has no armor. Even its mantlet's pretty damn weak, especially against 9s and 10s. Pretty much if you're shooting at this, if you have, like, say you have 220 pen, you can basically shoot right in this area on the gun, and it's about 200 to 210 millimeters effective, and it can be a little bit easier if, you know, you don't have clear shots hitting the other areas of the turret, but they're basically weak as hell as well. Yeah, the new graphics, I think that's going to bring actually a lot of people back into the game. I'm kind of excited because it'll make maps, you know, it adds a lot more little details to the map too. So it will be interesting, and it'll give you a little bit more wiggle room sometimes. I like little parts of maps, like they might be destructible, but it's certainly going to look pretty. But it looks like they're adding a lot of little details in that you can kind of use, you know, for cover and stuff like that. Hell, I remember playing with the standard graphics, so I'm completely content with the graphics right now. But yeah, like honestly, like if I don't think I've gotten asked this question before, but like if I could basically tell Wargaming what I wanted the most out of like their patches and new updates and stuff, I would pretty much prefer that they put out a new map every single patch. Like, yes, it would get to a point where there's a shit ton of maps, but that's personally what I would love to see. Like, I don't even care, like, bigger maps, smaller maps, as long as there's like a new map here or there, it would be pretty cool. Or even if they just take the existing maps, like take this map for example, and, you know, come out with a version of it that's, you know, about, I don't know, maybe 2 squares, you know, or 2 sectors left and up or something larger, and just have tier 10s play on it. Something like that. That's what I would like to see with the game. But new graphics, free balancing tanks, that's perfectly fine with me as well. I think I might honestly change my spot. Oh god. That guy zoomed. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people there. I really want to spot, but I'm gonna move because I'm not gonna be able to push over the hill even if I wanted to. Not a lot of HP, not a lot of armor, so I'm gonna go out here where I have a little bit more leeway. Shit. I forget sometimes this has a weak engine. Isn't that... Oh god, it can't even go up this frickin' slope here? That is just downright sad. I've... All my other medium tanks can go up that frickin' slope. Honestly, I was not expecting them to push like that. I could, you know, honestly just stay up on the hill, but... I'm down here already. Might as well go with it. Alright. They are definitely gonna see me here soon. Holy crap, are they... Yep. Oh god. I'm gonna take a little bit of a gamble there. And go for my ammo rack. And it paid off. Let's say I have a newer crew in this. It doesn't even have brothers in arms yet. Just trying to train up some of my lesser crews, since I kind of have a tendency to pop in, you know, like my basically crew with the most crew skills into all my premium tanks, and yeah, I never really get more than one good crew here or there. Yeah, it's like the main reason I'd like to see new maps is, like, I don't, I wouldn't say I hate balance maps, but, because, you know, I do like them. But I feel like adding in maps like Dragon Ridge back and Port, both sides play a little bit differently. They're unique, and it just adds a little bit, you know, adds a little bit more depth to the game, in a sense. I honestly don't think this is going to work out too well for me. Because I'm not going to be able to cap. It's just at this point, our team pretty much pushed right into all of their tanks camping, which doesn't always exactly work out. And unfortunately for us, you're so good, M41. Does it make you feel better that you call everyone a homo and everything? Like, yeah. See, people like that I think it was him. Or no, it wasn't him. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to do that. You're the one going on there. Granted, you're in the same clan as him, and the same platoon. That was a pretty crappy match, though. Hello, Hassan. Nice to see you. And unfortunately, we lost Serene Coast. Alright, so I'll play the 110, then I'll hop into like a Russian tank again. I just need to keep an eye on my personal reserves here. See if we can get a map with not a lot of hills for this thing. Yeah, like really the only thing it doesn't have compared to say the M26 and M46 is just really the turret armor. It's like they're both, you know, they're decent against lower tiers, but you know, the T25 pilot won't bounce lower tiers like the M46 and M26 potentially can. But mainly the things you're going to notice with it is lack of turret armor and the very weak engine, as evident by me not being able to get up that little lip. Why don't I give this side a shot over here? We'll see, though. Yeah, I'm heading to this side. But, you know, if you can get it, honestly, it's already a pretty cheap tier 8 premium. It's like 33 bucks or something on the NA server. If you can get half the missions done, which if you play World of Tanks, you have to play, say what, like 6 or 7 days to get it done in the next about 2 weeks. You can get the tank pretty damn cheap for a tier 8 premium. I think I was kind of talking about it last stream. That's the best part about it, is for people that don't have a tier 8 premium, you know, they're newer for the game. Well, I don't recommend if you're new to jump straight to tier 8, but this gives you a chance to get, instead of spending like 40, 50, upwards of 50 sometimes dollars on a tier 8 premium, the grind credits, you can get the T25 pilot either free or, you know, $5, $10, something like that. I think that is the best part of the tank. Hello, Abdul. Nice to see you. Yeah. Hell, the T95 would have been able to get up that slope now with the better engine. You know, cause basically it's the Tier 7 T23 premium bumped up a tier with the 90mm and I think the maybe stock Pershing turret, something like that. But I would say if you have the, you know, you have the M46, have, you know, even a Super Pershing, something like that, it's not something you need to pick up unless you can get it cheaply. Like I pretty much picked it up just so I could show you guys, you know, me playing it. Alright, eventually he's, yep, that's what I was... The gun on this, I wish it was a little bit more accurate. There we go, thank you. But I was trying to get him to basically commit to turning to them. And of course my gun decides to hit him right on his upper glacis still. I like this tank, but it is... I would say it's slowly getting power creeped in a sense. Because its armor before was... Which is happening to a lot of tanks because they keep buffing... They just keep buffing tanks little by little. And it's a never-ending cycle if you just continue to buff tanks and you don't nerf any. It's just... Yeah. Like, I like the 110, but basically whereas its armor used to be a little bit workable, you know, back when the line was first introduced, it's starting to get to the point where it is a little bit lacking, considering that the gun is not always the most reliable. I'll catch up on chat for 1 second. T25 pilot is elite, not premium? I don't know what you're asking there. It is a premium tank. It's not just an elite tank. They might have screwed something up if it's listed as not being a premium, but it is, you know, it's basically the same as any other premium. Oops, I'm gonna die here. Unless he, misses me. Thank you, T10. I will take the 0 damage there if I can escape. But it does get, you know, the crew training bonus. It gets the credit bonus. Yeah, that just might be a problem with them kind of shoving it in the game in that micro patch for the marathon here. Come on. I don't want to frickin' spam APCR because I shouldn't have to. But that was a little bit ridiculous there. This is getting a little bit closer than I'd like, but if it's listed as elite, then yeah, it's probably a problem. You can't even add it to the comparison. Like in the garage, it won't even let you add it to that. At least when I tried it yesterday, and I tried it, you know, 2 days ago when I streamed, and I couldn't even do it. I should have swapped over to APCR earlier, because that guy's dead. This is gonna be a blast. Does he have he has a damaged ammo rack. He's still gonna kill me, don't get me wrong. I knew he was gonna shoot heat at me too. I don't know why, because he can pen my lower plate. And I don't know why the E50 and T54 are hiding from him. Because basically we're up by like 5 or 6 tanks at one point without even a... Oh my... Like, if they died from that T54, I was gonna like cry. But playing the 110 sometimes, I treat it less as a heavy, treat it more like a medium. You kind of have to. Because as a medium it kind of fails in a little bit. But essentially the T25 Pilot, it's probably just listed incorrectly. More or less, is it? Yeah, it says Elite Medium compared to... Nah, it's a premium tank. Yeah. Because, you know, I have the T20 crew in here, trying to get them brothers in arms. It's probably just something funky because, well, you can't even add it to the comparison for some reason. But anyway, let me catch up on chat here. I don't have the T10, unfortunately, Echo Baby. No, it isn't like a... It's not like a Clan War tank, no. Basically, if they ever sell a tank, it's definitely 100% gonna have premium status. Casey, my opinions on the 5916. Honestly, I kind of skipped past that tank. Granted, I would have not skipped it if I started the grind. Nowadays, it's just I skipped past it initially because I wanted the WZ-132. This was like 2 years ago. But as far as the 5916, you know, it definitely lacks a little bit of firepower at times. You know, some people, you know, the autoloader, basically the thing you're going to have to contend with it, the very poor penetration. You know, playing with this tank until the matchmaking gets changed and it's not going to see, you know, 3 tiers higher than it. You really have to contend with the penetration. However, something you see some people do, if you switch down, you know, even to the other, the 57, yeah, that's it, the stock gun that people use, you actually have penetration on it. You know, 189 with the premium round, 112 with the standard, and then the regular 76, kind of the same thing. They're both the same pen for the 76s. You lose a lot of DPM, but you can actually damage things. It really, basically, that's going to be your main hurdle in the thing. It is a pretty good scout tank. It's just you don't really have, honestly, that much armor to kind of leverage. And you know, I'm gonna pick it up again eventually. I'm gonna be buying back a lot of tanks that I, you know, have the lines done, but I guess don't have the tanks. But the biggest struggle you're gonna have in the 5916 is basically going to be able to penetrate even your same tier sometimes. So, you know, you're going to try to focus on scouting first. And after that, definitely, you know, sometimes I even overlook those tanks because, you know that they're not that much of a threat. So if you can kind of poke into a fight and kind of zip in, get a couple side shots and pull out, that's going to be kind of your bread and butter in a way. But, yeah, it's definitely not one of the easier tanks to play. The next patch, though, is supposed to be tier 10 light tanks, so it will be getting a buff then because it's going to have standard matchmaking. So if you're not done the grind, like the next patch probably is going to be a month away, unfortunately, you will get a little help there with it. Which, hello, Mr. D. Hello, Scud. Nice to see you too. And I'm Mr. Land. Hey, you're in class? Well, thanks for watching me in class. You should pay attention now. But yeah, unfortunately, a couple of people not speaking English. I don't speak English. You know, I don't care if anyone talks between themselves, you know, in a different language, as long as if it's polite. But I won't be able to actually read it unless I have, you know, a second here or there to translate it. Alright, I need to honestly... Artie, I would say, most likely is aiming at me. Oh lord, never mind, they're aiming at our Borsig. It's just they are pushing hard over there. Oh god, our team is... What is it? Up shit creek without a paddle, something like that. That saying is. Oh, he's. Let's go scoop. Yep. I'm gonna die. Why not? My team. Half the team is dead, but like, why? Why are you guys all on the base? You can't win a match like that. Oh my god. Yeah, we knew that was gonna work. But especially with a lot of SPGs. Like our team somehow has what, 4 SPGs to their 2. So we're ready down tanks. So if you let them basically close in on you, you're more likely than not gonna lose because your SPGs don't have the space and, you know, time to kind of work. Yeah. Oh lord. But if anyone, you know, has any requests, I will hop into something specific. If not, I'm gonna start doing a couple doubles here, which I'm just seeing if anyone here is. Yeah, unfortunately I don't speak Polish, Russian, all that. So, alright, I still need to do an E50 double, but I would like to at least hop into something like the Type 4 here. Well, if you're just trying to see what this person is saying, but honestly, it's looking like you're cursing us out because we only speak English. But I can't exactly tell if that's true or not, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I can pop into both of those, Phil. Alright, now that I'm a little bit awake here. Hello, Gary. Nice to see you. Which one is... Oh, a light tank. I'll pop into that, Echo Baby. That was just, honestly, that was, the last message on the top of my chat there. I missed it. Hello, Armis. I can play the 113. Yeah, just sometimes I miss... I tend to scan the chat for like tank names, so sometimes I miss requests like that. I have no idea what the hell that guy's saying. Google Translate hates Polish, apparently. Don't know why. It like translated one word out of that. No problem. So I'll hop into a light after this, and then I can play the Archer Torn 3 to 113. I'll probably, after that, do some of my Swedish tanks to get the doubles done. I don't know if you guys can hear Levi. He's like nestled up as close as he can get to my computer tower, probably for warmth, under his blankets and snoring under the microphone. He really did. He looked like with his short hair, he looked like a wet seal this morning. Honestly. He was like frantically pulling me around. He didn't even make it pretty much he didn't make it out of our yard. Like, our yard's pretty big, but he didn't even, you know, want to go out of the front yard. He was sprinting around looking where he wanted to use the bathroom and then ran back inside. I wish I had a shot on that E75. I'm gonna take a hit here, unfortunately. God, my gun depression. There we go. I was just fudging that up a little bit. The IS-4 against me, which I guess got whacked by an SPG. Awesome. An AP shell. But I kind of deserve that. I'm not exactly focused right now. I kind of actually wanted to be in here, but with the speed issue of this thing, that's going to be sometimes impossible to do that. Snoring English? Yes. The IS-4 though, I don't know. If he's against me, kill him. Like, there's nothing too, you know, like, special about the tank. It's more or less just shooting basically the least angled armor on it. Oh god, he's pushing up. I didn't think I was spotted there. What has hit me? He has hit me with AP again. And I got ammo racked by the JPZ. Ah. Awesome. I was not paying too much attention. At least my team's gonna win. 1200 damage, 2100 spotting. I don't know how I pulled that off with how bad I was playing. But I guess I'm a little bit lucky right now. Alright, so let's hop into a light tank here. If you don't mind, I'll probably hop back into the there we go, the RU 251. And then I'll play the Archer Torn 3 113. Oh, I need to learn Polish? I wish I could learn, you know, a bunch of different languages, but barely even have enough time to, you know, cook myself dinner some nights right now. So my main grind, I still have 5 grinds essentially. Like, I'm a little bit here or there for this tank in preparation for tier 10 lights. I've got the E50 now, I'm grinding, the Indian Panzer, the Type 4 Heavy, a Meal 1, and the Strev 1030. I would say my main grinds are my Swedish tanks right now, then the Type 4, then my Germans. I'm just kind of flip-flopping to different nations every so often and focusing on that one first. So make time, Grim Reaper. As far as learn another language, there's only so many hours in a day. I pretty much work right now because I'm back to work. I would say minimal 10 to 12 hours a day right now. Between home and my actual job. Fortunately, I do have basically 2 days off here before I do have to go to work. Yesterday was kind of like our first day back in the restaurant, like officially, but come Thursday, basically I'm gonna be there at least 5 days a week from here on out. So I did forget to bring that up. Basically, after this weekend, my stream schedule is going to be changing. So my nighttime streams will be a little bit earlier. You know, they might get a pinch shorter. I'm going to have to... Oh, that guy fell. I'm going to try to work out specifics before this weekend, of course, as soon as I can. And my daytime streams, I'm gonna try to at least keep one like early morning stream. It's probably gonna be a little bit later on in the day, but my schedule is gonna change nonetheless for the stream. But I'll pretty much update it everywhere. I have my stream posted on the forums, my website, Facebook, all that stuff, and in the video descriptions, you know, here. So it'll be pretty easy to know what's changing, what's not. But the days more or less are probably going to be about the same, but the timings are definitely going to change a little bit. I know it's not going to work out for everybody since I've had this stream schedule here for the past few months, but yeah, at the very least you can always watch replays of streams, and you know, with the Discord server, if you join that, I'll post a link in the chat here in a second for those who haven't joined yet. You can request tanks. So, oh god, this thing does not turn very well, obviously. There we go. I'll catch up on chat in a second here. Hello, Tigger though. It's just driving lights. I get very, very lost if I'm not paying like 100% on attention driving. I'm actually gonna load up a heat shell here, especially with this tank. This thing is a freaking speed demon. Yes, I'm gonna be. Never mind, he's dead. It's like, yes, I'm gonna be rushing a prototype, but my team's got a large enough lead that I should be fine. Should actually hit him. I was about to say, I didn't want him to get tracked because he could, you know, aim in there. Pretty decent match though. Just set that bugger on fire. He doesn't have a fire extinguisher. 1900 damage, 2600 spotting. Yeah, that's a pretty damn good match there. This guy's probably, maybe not. I was like, he's probably gonna kill me, but luckily he got down to one-shottable levels. Very nice though. This is probably my best match so far in this tank. All like 4 matches. I'll catch up on yeah. Catch up in 1 second. Mastery badge first class here, not too shabby. Type 4 we want, of course. Most amount of experience in the match. Thank you for requesting a light. That got that double done. Let me get a couple of these going again. I would like to do free experience now because I need some free experience. So I'm gonna get the archer ready here. All right. Hello, Colty. Nice to see you. If it's important enough, I would make time. Well, not to say it's not important enough to learn another language, honestly. I'd rather A, make my girlfriend happy, cook food, work, stream, do my website, and take care of my dog. And have a little bit of fun time in there, you know, every now and then. But, yeah, I'd rather learn or improve my Spanish more so than Polish. I'm not even being mean here. It's just nobody speaks Polish where I live, so. Yes, you know, the IS, it might go. That's essentially their plan right now. It's definitely a little bit down the pipeline, but they've actually kind of stated, kind of like the Swedish tanks getting a new gameplay mechanism, essentially, or mechanic with the suspension. It might have just been a bad translation. It was on one of the blogs, this little tidbit. The Russians getting some sort of unique, or being the first nation to kind of show it off. the ST1 technically, if they change the name, if they bump it to tier 10, the ST2, um, it had dual guns sticking out of it. So, it that might come to the game. Very small possibility. It would be balanced, but basically it would just be a very different type of autoloader in a way. It would be very interesting, and it wouldn't be completely broken, even though it sounds broken. You know, a tank having two main guns sticking out of its turret. But you know, it would pretty much be an autoloader, more or less. You know, having two, you know, about 500 almost damage shots at a time, and then having a pretty long reload for either gun. Alright, so obviously I chose the wrong spot to go to in this little tank. Honestly, this match, if my team does very well, I'm going to probably struggle keeping up with them. Do I play Artie? Only if it's requested. Which, hello, Paula. Nice. Hello. Which, see ya, Abdul. Good luck. Tigger, my new streaming times, I do not know what they're going to be yet. I'll know by this weekend. Oh, God. This tank is just so funky to play. Alright, he's probably going to push on the JPZ. Shit, I fudged that up. Yep. There goes all my HP in one shot. Yep, this is going to be a pretty crappy match. But the Archer is just one of those tanks where you're either okay or it sucks. There's like no middle ground to this tank whatsoever. At least we got that. I just need to start focusing a little bit more on the match here. Spare me. Spare me, oh mighty Japanese tiger tank. Nope. I was definitely playing with fire there. But, yeah. The Archer, for a map like this, where it's very hard to shoot without being seen, I don't know why I went out there, to be honest, so. Tig? Mr. Tig? That seems fine. That's fine with me than saying Tigger. A little bit shorter. So, Torn 3 was the next request up here. I think I have it in this part of my garage, but I might not. Nope. I'm going to have to scroll back here. Or wait. Maybe the Torn 3 was over here. Shit, I just can't see. Alright. There we go. It is right in front of me. Oh god. This is... I don't even really have a super duper good crew for it anymore because I butchered it. Or wait. Shit. I can... Oh. I was about to say I can actually switch this out. I just need to switch my crew up a little bit here. Why don't I pop these guys into it? Let's say I've been moving around some of my crews because I have so many new German tanks now. Let's gonna top these little buggers into it. If I learn Russian, I could play, or not. I wouldn't even play on a Russian server, obviously. Honestly, because of the ping, I would play. I'd still stay on NA. Play where you're from. I'd post on the forums though, of course. So. Hello, Alex. No snow for me. We're pretty much all supposed to get the rain the whole time. Our forecast, as far as where I live in New Jersey, because I'm on the southern tip, 90% of the time people get snow, we get rain because we're surrounded by the ocean on three sides. So it never gets, unless the ocean is basically, I would say, you know, the ocean has to basically be near freezing for us to actually get snow here. So. Honestly, I'd rather it stay cold, but that's just me. I hate the heat here in the summer. It's always, you know, like 90, 100% humidity. It's just miserable to be in most of the time. And, you know, being in a kitchen, it's hot. It's hot in itself, but it's kind of like working outside some. You know, you can kind of make a correlation between the two because, you know, inside, outside, it's not like it's air conditioned in the kitchen. So if it's humid outside, it's even more humid inside with all the stuff boiling. If you would like to platoon Echo Baby, sure. But just send me a messaging game if you'd like to. And I can shoot you an invite. But I can add a SPG onto the list. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get... Nope. Oh god, I bounced off of him. He's still the bigger threat than the cruiser. This KV-1 is the bigger... Shit, why did I do that? He is the bigger foe for me right now. Oh, awesome guys, you're just gonna run away, aren't you? Nope, they're not even turned around. Why would they? And I'm dead. Hello? You know, if all three of us just stuck there. Nope, they're... those two TDs are just, you know, why not push into, you know, two other enemies with full HP? Man, that was just dumb on their part. We would have won the match if they hadn't done that. Hello, Sniping Fisher. But, okay, next up is 113. I'm going to try to get caught up on chat here before I pop into this, though. That's pretty interesting, Artem. Yeah, you know, places do that here, too. I know a lot of people that, you know, outside of, after culinary school, they kind of went over, it was mainly Europe, though. You know, like, France, Italy, stuff like that, to kind of cook for a few years and then they come back. Pretty much TIG. You know, I mainly just play when I'm streaming too, so typically it's hard for me to grind stuff. So alright, so let's hop into this. But yeah, you know, Echo or anybody else, if you wanted to platoon, you know, just send me a message in game. That way I know, or you can say it in the chat here, but it's easiest, you know, if you just message me that you want a platoon. I actually just picked up the 112 Michael. I only have like 2 or 3 matches, but I mainly picked it up because I like armor, so. A little Bobo. The nor'easter very much did get us. It's definitely a nor'easter outside. It's, you know, nor'easters, you know, we weren't supposed to get any snow through the whole thing, as usual, because I'm next to the ocean, but it's a nor'easter. It's windy as all hell, and we're getting tons of rain, so nor'easters, you know, they're pretty much like mini hurricanes in a way, tropical storms, just a different name. Um, you know, we always get like 3 to 5 a year. They're not always reported as storms. This might be a mistake here with this tank, but I'm gonna try to get out here. Lost a little bit too much HP, but I really hate sitting in the back and getting killed at that corner. So if I die, I die. That was a bad shot. I might, yeah, I'm gonna load up heat here. This is not the test server, no. Yes, I do have the E50. I've played it once, maybe, so far this stream. I've only played it like 3 matches, though, overall. Lack of gun depression. Oh, God. Yep, I'm gonna die. I was trying to get one more shot off there, but yeah. I don't know, just like, yeah, I pushed out there a little bit too far, but honestly, the guys sitting back here, if I can even get to one of them, they didn't even pop out and help us. Like, yeah, the Batchat and I kind of got fucked over there, but it happens. So. Hello, I don't know if I said hello, but hello, Floyd. Alright, I'll send you guys an invite here. Alright, so my next tank up here was the M3. I always, you know, I always reply the messages. Sometimes it might take me a little bit, but I do my best to chat with everybody. Yeah. It's like, I want to platoon with you. It's just, I sent you an invite to Echo. It's just, as far as platooning, guys, I might be able to play. You know, I don't like being pulled into higher tiers, and you know, it's one of the things with the stream. You know, I try to platoon with everybody, the best I can. Which are you able to join Echo? But you know, when it comes to, you know, I'm streaming here, so if I'm platooning with anybody, it helps having a lot of tiers. But you know, I pretty much do tank requests, and you know, it's not always. I wouldn't say it's not always the most fun to platoon with me, but pretty much the tiers I pick is the tiers I play. I sent you. Echo, I sent you a lot of invites for the platoon there. So feel free to pop in. I just didn't see a... Which, hello, Alif Mas? Lexo? I don't know how to say your name, but there is no test server currently up for the World of Tanks. There might be Sandbox, but I believe Sandbox is even down too. So if you're looking for a test server, you are asking an impossible question there. Oops. I will Echo Baby, yes. After this match, I'll send it again. It's like the test server is not always online. It's a limited test server for a reason. Anyway. But pretty much like Leaf said, you you type the test server into the basically Google search, but it's on the worldoftanks.com, worldoftanks.eu website when it's up. The stream's going to be going for about 2 hours longer from this point. Honestly, I'm just getting rid of your message there because you're asking an impossible question and it's making it very hard for me to keep up on chat, honestly. Nothing against you, but I don't know why you picked a random stream to ask people for test server. It's not up. Hello, Mr. Bone. Nice to see you. I'll give it a shot around this corner here. It's the right kind of corner for the Lee here. Got those two guys out. I'm just gonna head this way to be a little bit safe here. But Echo, I'll send you an invite right after this match here. I do have to be very concerned about SPGs. Ooh. That shot likes you, PZ38. Alright, dog. You don't need to groan that loud. I just got too many tanks aiming at me here. I think I'm gonna... Ah, shit. They just got sniping there. Let's see, I think I'm gonna have to kind of hold off a little bit. Azroth, yes, I do have an SPG request. It's actually up next. I don't know whether or not to trust the people behind me to cover my butt, but I gotta pick a flank and kind of stick with it here. It's just I have a feeling that they're gonna push this side. Yeah, I'm just very concerned. There we go. This M3 Lee can one-shot me, but I'll take a little bit of a gamble here if I can get this T-127 out. Never mind, that works too. Yeah, you know, just send me a friend invite. I always accept them. It's a little hard for me to basically, honestly, do a lot of things. That's why if you send me a friend invite, I typically accept it. I usually recognize the usernames and messages and stuff like that too. But usually for most streams, I'm up for platooning. Like right now, Sundays, I typically just solo. And with the new stream schedule soon, I'm still going to be platooning. It might be a little bit less though. Just because my streaming schedule is going to be a little bit more constricted. So. Alright, let me send you Echo. Alright, so I have an SPG request. Why don't I... Oh god, I don't even play too many SPGs, so at times, excuse me. I don't know what tiers you have, honestly. You have up to, I think, tier 7. Whoops, I'm completely wrong there. Alright, see if tier 6, tier 7. Why don't I hop into the M44 here? But yeah, sniping, I can play a few matches with you, and then I'm going to be popping into higher tiers again. But if you guys have anything else you'd like to see me play, feel free to request it. Sure, I can play the Hellcat. It's okay. Well, I'm gonna actually start out with a heat shell and see if I can get a little bit lucky. Alright, I don't have the best luck in Arty. You know, you guys asking me to play Arty, typically they end up to be pretty cringeworthy matches, that, in all honesty. I'll test my luck against this tiger. Oh Lord, I can't believe I actually hit him there. I'm gonna be running south very soon now. I'll try to help this little guy out. That's heat shells for you in this tank though. Holy crap. Might be my lucky Arty match of the century here. And there it goes. See ya, Tig. Don't shoot gold in Arty. If I play Arty, I need to have some fun. The only reason to play this Arty is honestly chucking heat shells out of it. It's broken as all hell, but it lets me get a little bit of revenge on having it done to myself all the time. When the first freaking shell, heat shell pens you. Oh god. I feel a little bit bad at times playing Arty and doing that to people. Like in this tank, but, you know. It is part of the game, unfortunately. And look, our team, this is why I typically don't play Arty, is your team, you can be hitting all your shots in Arty and still not really contributing all that much. Yeah, I can add the VK4502B Type 4. I'll probably do the 62A since I played the 140 a little earlier. But I could potentially do both. But really the only chance I have to get my team back in this is penetrating these guys with a heat shell, which isn't out of the realm of possibility. I wish I had one loaded right now, honestly. It's just, oh, he just shot our tiger too. It's, you know, we're just pretty far behind as far as, you know, having, oh god, I just got spotted by a light. This is gonna be pretty. Nope, I bounced. I took a chance and that didn't work out. Alright, so I thought the north here was honestly gonna be the one kind of failing, but boy was I was wrong. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to win this one. Hello, Wolfie Wolf. Long time no see. Oh, oh god, he has a fire extinguisher. I was like, he doesn't have one. I'm probably gonna die here. He didn't see me right off the bat, but... Oh shit, I actually hit him. Don't think I'm gonna be that lucky to get out of this now. The bulldog's aiming at me. Yep, and a defender got me there. But still did 2100 damage. This LTTB is not gonna die soon, so I'm gonna hop out here. Let me add these requests on. Excuse me. Ah, shit. I hate this. I hate this bug here. I'm gonna have to reload. Ah. Oh, Lord. I just got down to way too much sugar in that drink. Just for whatever reason, I am not waking up this morning because, oh, crappy rainy day outside. Oh, no problem, Grim. Yeah, I don't mind an occasional. Yes, Aka Baby, I know. I had to pop out because there's a bug with this update where sometimes your garage kind of hangs there and doesn't load. Nothing I can do. I've reinstalled the game twice. Yeah. Hello, J Dragon. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're having a good one. Alright, so I got a Hellcat up next. See you, Uber. Have a good day. Play all arty all the time. Honestly, I don't think I did the most amount of damage. Got that, at least that much. I don't think many people would honestly watch that. I could do a stream when I try to do my arty missions, but I don't think you guys would like to see me play that, because most of the time I'm sitting here just like slowly contemplating how to sell all these SPGs and make it so nobody notices. Arty's okay to play at times, but until they rebalance it, I'll enjoy playing it when they rebalance it. Until they do that, though, it's too frustrating right now. How long, Mr. Bone? 3.5 years. Over a little bit over 3.5 years, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 3.5 years. Yeah, the Hellcat did get nerfed into the ground, so... Well, even the LEFH, my knock against Arty right now is they basically made it annoying to play for both the person getting shot at and playing it. And honestly, I feel like I'm trying not to sound like too conceited here. I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice by playing it because I'm better off just being in a standard tank for my team. Because as Arty, you can't, on average, influence the map as directly as you can in any other tank. I'd rather be a, like say right now, a tier 6 TD against tier 8s than I would a tier 6 Arty against tier 8s. even considering I just had a great match the last one, I'd still rather be in a regular tank. On average, you know, every now and then you get the nice match, but yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people that like hates Arty and stuff like that. It's just, as far as playing it, I'd rather play regular tanks. I used to love playing Arty before they nerfed it twice. Like, I've been playing the game since 2011. It's just, I think it's a good game mechanic, but it's definitely not implemented well right now. But I've had this discussion many of times on the stream. I don't think anyone needs to hear my opinion on Arty again, because that's pretty much the gist of it. I think I explained it pretty decently. I really like this spot, but sometimes, you know, your team gets a little bit impatient. They don't let the enemy... It's easier if the enemy kind of pushes into you, honestly, on this map. They get a little bit impatient sometimes and start pushing out, and it ends badly. Come on, turret. Alright. Here we go. I got some shots down this way. Come on, Mr. ARL. And I got shots up here now. At least that thought I did with the J Panther. It's just, yeah, they're basically slowly moving. Oh god, I just missed a... That was a pretty crucial shot, honestly. Yep. And since I missed that, Cromwell's got me lit up. Yep, why did I stop there? Oh well. Hellcat is definitely not good at... Ugh, excuse me, getting shot at. She's at school, so. Well, I'm saying I think because, you know, I can just say 3 years because it hasn't hit 4 yet. It's just guesstimating the months in between off the top of my head is the thing. It's really easy to remember, honestly, because July 1st, it's when we first started dating 1 year. Very easy date to remember, especially if you're in the restaurant business, because it's right before 4th of July. So, one of the busier weekends that we have. I'm trying to get... come on, there we go. Yeah. It's just... You know, Arty in general... You know, it's a good thought how they want to implement it in the game. It's just they've never pulled it off. You know, I wouldn't say perfectly, but yeah, they've never pulled it off for the Arty player and person playing against it effectively enough to not have a lot of people complain. Sure, Abdul. You know, I got plenty of time here. I still have an hour and a half. Right now... Right now I'm doing some lower tiers. Because sniping has... He only has up to tier 7 premium preferential matchmaking right now. But you can add on some... requests if you like. Right now, after I'm done here, I'm gonna play like 1 or 2 matches more in mid tiers. I have the type, or not type, the T62A VK4502 being in the type 4 heavy, so I can play some other tanks. And then I'm going to be doing some tanks I need to do doubles on. So towards the end, there will come a point where, you know, towards 11, I will pretty much just be doing doubles and tanks I need to play, and I'm not going to take any requests after that. So, well, the lower plate's a weak spot on PC as well. They did change it recently. Yeah, Canada Day, yeah. Yeah, I can play the AC4 in the comment. That actually honestly helps me out right now because I can actually do them currently. Yeah, we got a win now. That's all you can ask for sometimes. So I'll play the AC4 up first. Alright, just checking that. Okay. I can never find tanks, honestly. Yeah, I can do the UDES. That's nice. You guys just got the French tanks. What time is it for me? It's 9:40 a.m. in the morning. Oh, poor little dog. There you go, little buddy. Oh. Sorry. I am a sucker for my dog. He gets spoiled. I just had to throw a blanket over him because he's... For whatever reason, he doesn't want to lay on his dog bed. He's laying on the floor. I think he gets a little bit more attention over here, so that's why he does that. Hello, Luke and Bird. Nice to see you. Yeah. Matchmaking did help us out here. Whoops, I did not want to hit that button. That is definitely not the forward button. Oh god, this is going to be scary if I hit F1 for going forward. This tank necessarily doesn't have the best armor nor fights well here, but looking at my team, don't think anybody is going to head to the center, which is why I'm heading here. Yeah, there's a bit of a difference, you know. It's almost, you know, polar opposites in a way. Now with daylight savings, you know, it's switched. Basically, you know, we lost an hour here. Oh god. I guess I deserve that, but yeah, that hurt. That definitely hurt. I'm just trying to go here to try to spot people for my team if they need it, but yeah, that happens. And of course I missed the Chaffee. Awesome. And they're not going to push up too. Double awesome. This Chaffee is going to probably kill me. Oh god, especially with me missing. Thank you, sniping. That helped me out a lot. I like this tank. A lot of people don't like it, but it's pretty much just a slower Firefly with a better gun depression. What's not liked about that? You know, you do struggle a little bit against higher tiers because of your low alpha. Sometimes penetration, but it's a pretty damn fun tank in my eyes for a premium. Hello, Alden. Levi does not want to go for a walk today, Mr. Bone. He pretty much went on a 2-minute walk because it's you know, raining, 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts out here. He does not want to go outside. He pretty much, which is, you know, it's not good. He's just gonna want to lay around the house all day and try to play with me inside, which I'm completely fine with. But he pretty much turns into a grumpy old man because he doesn't want to go outside and get wet. In the summer he does, but you know, it's pretty cold outside. It's only like 38 degrees here, Fahrenheit. I get it though. I wouldn't want to go outside today either. I had my basically snow pants on. There's no snow, but you know, they're waterproof. Snow jacket, everything on, because it was downpouring when I went out right before the stream with him. We really need someone up here, but unfortunately our light is over there, still trying to passive spot, which, you know, it's kind of working, but there's only one tank over there. Comes a point where even if you're kind of spotting people, like, you should kind of switch into gear and go kill him. I'd pop over here, but I have about 4 or 5 tanks looking at me. Yeah, Levi probably isn't going to go outside, honestly, until Ryan gets home. I'm going to try to, like, shove him out the back door after I'm done streaming here, but he pretty much turns around and looks at me like, no, I'm not doing this. You're not coming out? Nope. Just waiting. I might honestly just pop over far enough to where I don't have to worry about people on the hill right now, because, you know, we're not spotting them. If they push, I'm not going to have shots on them, so it's better for me just to mosey on over here a little bit. So if I can take them out of the equation, I can get shots on the KV-2 potentially. I'm aware of sniping. I'm not going terribly far, but if the enemy's not pushing, then it doesn't do me any good sitting over there where I can't help. Alright. Now I'm just going to slowly make my way back here. Even though the Hellcat's within my V range, so that's no bueno. Ah, crap. That's a bad shot. See, I'm kind of hoping that guy was gonna start going backwards, but no luck there. Shit. I'm trying to destroy the frickin' building, honestly. That way I can just get a shot on him. Mr. Excelsior. Come on. Ooh, I guess. Who is seeing me? I honestly do not know who just spotted me, but. Hello, Carlos. Nice to see you. It's always nice knowing, though, that, you know, having people watch me from all around the world and chatting. It's always nice, you know, to get everyone's different take on things. And I used to play, you know, a game with a lot of people from Singapore. It was always interesting trying to get on at the same time, since pretty much it was a 12-hour difference. So, pretty decent match though. 1,300 damage. Pretty decent amount of spotting damage too for that tier. Take that. Pretty solid match. Mastery badge first class. We all Pretty much did a very good job there. Alright, so next up here, let me hop into the LEFH, and then I'm gonna play the Comet after that. But once you get down to, a little bit of HP there, better just to back off a little bit. I was trying just to stay out of people's G range. They can't shoot you most of the time if they can't see you. You can guesstimate sometimes. Sometimes you see me chuck random shells and guesstimate, but alright, so I'll hop into the Comet then. I'll try to get to the LEFH a little bit later. Ooh, this is gonna be a little interesting. I really hope we don't get a tier 10 match for him, but this is the problem at times when it's hard playing if the tiers don't always work out for everybody. We'll take a little bit of a gamble here, but hello, Joe Sohi, nice to see you. Wolfie Wolf, unfortunately I don't have the 50B. Oh, we got a tier 9 match. At least there's only a few tier 9s here, but Thank you very much, Jay. You say that every stream, and I always say thank you. Which, my tank request list, it is in the video description below. It does have every tank. I haven't added the T-25 Pilot or E-50 on, but it does have every other tank that I can play. I do have the T-57, yes. I'm going to take a little bit of a gamble here, and oh god. T-71 pushed out there pretty damn far. So the AMX-30 did as well. I can't push on him, but if he drops down, I'm screwed if I push. Just waiting for some tanks to get up here. I know where he is, behind that little tree, if he's still over there. It's just I don't have... this match might end pretty bad for me here. I'll let the KV-5 pop out first. Oh, he's going. I'll go with you, bud. I really hope that you help me. Nope, I'm dead. Shit, I bounced. I'm dead. Oh, crap. I almost got lucky there. But, like, why? Why were you guys not shooting up here? I never get it. Like, not even just sniping, but the Borsig, even if he or the Centurion, it would have been nice to just have a couple people shooting. The KV-5 and me, we pushed out, and yeah. Thank you very much, Joe. I wasn't sighing at you. It was just, if you see two of your teammates push out on a flank like that, the KV-5, he's doing a very good job. You gotta help him. At least our team, they're coming out on top this side. Ugh. Oh god. That was like 50% chocolate syrup. Man, I'm like a child when it comes to stuff I drink sometimes. I blame Ryan. It's like her favorite thing to drink, chocolate milk. Her parents were just visiting us, and they left yesterday, and they had some of their family like come over, and they haven't seen them in a while. And they bought like a 24 pack of what was it, Miller Lite, I think, and they're like, oh well, we can't take this with us. They're driving back to Florida, and it's not like they're gonna drink it all the way there. Um, but they're like, I'm just gonna leave this here. That way, if anyone comes over, it drinks it and stuff. We're like, it'll be here when you guys come back next time. We're certainly not gonna drink it. I do have the Defender. I have the 252U, but same thing. I could add excuse me. I can add the IS-7 on. I can play that. Yes. I got a few requests before that I need to get to, but I can. Next up, I'll be playing the LEFH, kind of finishing off the low tier requests I have here, and then it's on the T62A, VK4502B, Type 4. I have the UDES, and I can do the IS-7. Unfortunately, I died here pretty early on, and yeah, it kills me sometimes sitting here if I die early. Yeah, not only is it hard for me to keep talking about anything, but yeah. It kind of kills any sort of like rhythm I have. I really like, just keeping with the flow. But at least we're going to get a win here. Sometimes it's painful watching Thank you for the matches, sniping. Yeah, sometimes it's it's difficult to watch matches when there's a very small chance for us to win. But at least today I can go a little bit longer as far as the stream goes. But towards the end, as it gets towards 11, I'm just gonna be playing tanks I need to do doubles on, and maybe a little bit of credits. I won't take any tank requests once it gets close to 11 o'clock my time, so an hour from now. I really have to basically at times do a little bit better job grinding credits, tanks, and stuff, or else I'm never going to get anywhere. Like by the fall, I'll probably still have the same tanks if I can't get some sort of system down here. But I'm still always going to take tank requests though. Let's see here. Really, another. I hate this bug, World of Tanks. It makes me. Honestly, I've been talking about it since it happens way too often. Yeah, sorry if that's loud. Like, World of Tanks is not active anymore because Wargaming put out a buggy ass patch. It makes me honestly not want to play World of Tanks sometimes with the stupid bugs and lag spikes that they introduced with this patch. It really pisses me off. Because there was a point I talked about before, I think last stream, where within like the first year of World of Tanks they had very they had a lot of problems with lag and crashes and bugs and stuff, and I almost quit the game. But Yeah, I know I don't have many credits, Mr. Bone. I just bought the 251, and I got the T25 Pilot and the E50 here in the past week. So I do, and I've reinstalled the game twice now since the patch, and it's still doing it. But yeah, I'm very fortunate. A couple of you guys helped and gifted me a couple gift shop packages to get me some credits. Well, the lower plate is about that as far as its effectiveness. Honestly, what's the... All right. Well, thank you, Echo. So I'll hop into this match, and then after that, I'm back doing high tiers. I would say it happens to me about recently, like 3 times a stream. It's really annoying. Warping tanks, that was not fun at all, Walhalla. Yeah, I know, Grim. I've basically done a clean wipe of everything. It's like I know a few of you guys haven't, you don't play on the NA server, but for some people, for whatever reason, there's lag spikes and crashes and stuff going on. It's annoying. But I've wiped all my local files for World of Tanks. It's just, yeah. It might just be something with the graphics card, or I don't even know. But who knows? I'm sure it'll get fixed. So I did get the 251, yes. Electric slide. Thank you very much for the tip, Echo baby. Thank you. I guess I'm just gonna shoot this way early on. Honestly, oh god, we have a light coming in, so I guess I'm gonna have to... Never mind, he stopped, fortunately. It's just that's a little bit terrifying that he is that close and nobody seems to... I have not played this map, honestly, much at all anytime recently. So I don't even know where the hell I want to shoot or can shoot. Yeah. This is gonna be painful watching me play Artie. Are you kidding me? I'm still gonna try though for you, the person that requested it. It's just sometimes, I play it like 1 out of like 50 to 100 matches sometimes. You forget the spot sometimes. That's gonna be a very small chance to hit him, but it paid off. I'm trying not to hit you, DW. No promises. There we go. Thank you. Right, time to help this side now. But as far as the IS-7 lower plate, I think there's a small chance he can pen you, actually. Depending on if he gets a really high roll for his AP. I got him spotted. There's that, and also on top of that, if he was, slightly below you, if he took a little bit of the angling off of your plate. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's like, if you look at my weak spot guides, and also as far as like, say, other tank armor modelers and stuff like that on websites, they give you, the actual effectiveness of armor, but it's always within, I would say, like 10% of that value. It's not to say it's rare to get exactly what a tank's armor is, but it is pretty difficult to actually get that, because there's always, you know, your tank shooting down at them, shooting up at them. There's like a little bit of lateral angle, stuff like that, which I'm just doing. I am terrible right now. I honestly need to move out of this spot, and yeah. This is gonna be my last arty I play this stream. I'm just not feeling arty today, honestly. Oh god. I should have maybe saved this request for a little bit later on, because I'm just not clicking here with an SPG. Especially one where if you miss by like an inch, you don't do any splash damage, and that infuriates me, honestly. Because I know if I was in a standard tank, I'd be able to hit them and pen them. Alright. At least I can get a little bit of damage here to make me look like I did something. Thank you, team, for kind of carrying me here. Take that, KV1. I could throw a heat shell at him, but what's the point? Here we go. Yay, I did damage. Hello, Brian. I can reply yes. If you have a question. If you email me, sorry if I haven't gotten back to you. I typically check it every, you know, few days. But I might have just missed it, because I did check it about 2 days ago. It's just right now, for, as I assume you emailed WoT Guru, more or less, I've been getting like, I would probably say about 100 spam spam emails a day over on WoT Guru, and I'm trying to fix that, because it makes, you know, going through my email very, very, very difficult, and honestly very, very annoying. So I might have missed it, if that's the case there. I will take a look after this and see if I can find, you know, your email, if that's where you emailed it. A Type 62 can... No, it can pen through the IS-7 side. You know, you have to remember that, you know, tanks have plus or minus 25% penetration. So if they get the high end, that can drastically make a huge difference, you know. No problem, Brian. But if you have any questions, I can answer them here, but I will definitely recheck my email. I think everyone agrees wide park's definitely good for mid to low tiers, like they restricted it to. I think more maps, they need to do that, honestly, too. I think they should add, you know, slightly bigger maps, not too much bigger, just a pinch, to tier 8 through 10. And a lot of the maps, then, you know, they could kind of restrict. So, you know, restrict them up to tier 8, I would say. Don't think I missed anything so far. See, I can't sell tanks anymore. So trying to, you know, I like giving you guys as many tanks as possible to pick from, which I see that batch hack going through, but honestly, someone should have been able to shoot him other than myself here. So if our arty dies, I feel bad for him, but yeah. I'm gonna try not to get a lag spike here and fall into the water. I think I would say mine's works up to tier 8. You know, tier 8 max. Anything more than that, it's a little bit ridiculous. Because at tier 8 at least, you know, the V range, it makes the map appear very small, but it's still, you know, not the levels that you get at tier 9 and 10. But I would say tier 9 and 10 matches I hate playing on mines most of the time. Because there's very few spots that you can actually go to. And very few different tactics that you can do. Surprised that they're already stayed there, honestly. Thank you, T110E3. I will definitely be a little bit careful pushing here. Always like when teammates help out with stuff like that. Crap, I hit him a little bit low there. Yeah, hit him a little teeny bit higher. Alright, I'll take a shot here if it means that they can push around and help me. Oh god. I need to get back this way because they can hit me from over on that side. I'm just going to use my little rock friend here. I know my butt's facing them, but they shouldn't be able to see me through this bush. Right, maybe not. Unless he gets blind fired there, but I don't think he can see me. This bat's gonna spot me though. Yep. I'd say the only way that these guys win right now is if our people in the base screw up. We have plenty of tanks back there that should be capable of basically killing them. That girl was kind of firing where he thought I was still at. Why is there gotta be a rock here? I'm trying my damnedest to keep doing damage, but they are not making it easy. There we go, at least we got that guy out. Province map? I used to like that for low tiers. I get why they took it out, because a lot of players at tier 1 and 2 had difficulty, you know, kind of understanding the map. And it was very... You know, basically you rush out almost every single time on that map. But, you know, I kind of liked it. We're gonna get capped out here. Come on, dude. Somebody. I honestly don't have time to get back on the cap. But I don't know what the 907's doing. He should have been back to the cap. Oh well, we're probably going to lose now, but if he doesn't reset, the only thing I could have done differently, honestly, was basically type in the chat sooner, hey, you need to reset the cap. Nope. Yeah, I hate getting capped out though, but I definitely won't blame myself for this. Outside of not being like, hey, look at the frickin' map. Maybe you should go back and just shoot him once, because we would have won then. So... yeah, pretty much about cores. But decent amount of damage here, but unfortunately we lost just because of map awareness. But I'll send you another invite, Echo, if you would like to platoon again. Up here I got the VK4502B. I actually liked Hidden Village. I think that's the name of it. I liked Pearl River, especially the last little rework that they did for it. Uh, you know, but then again, I like maps that, not to say they're in balance, but they're unique and, they're different to play on. Like, I would say Hidden Village, while it wasn't perfect, it still was. I thought it was a pretty fun map. Like, yeah, you had the one lane that everybody went down and brawled, but you also had the little center hill that you could effectively fight off of, unless there was a ton of arty. And the village part itself was very high risk, high reward. But a lot of times nobody even went over there because, it's better just to brawl. But a little tweaks, and I thought that would have been a workable map. They really just needed to get. The problem I feel like with that, there wasn't a lot of playable area on that map. A lot of it was covered by mountains that you couldn't get into. And I think that could have opened up that map a little bit more. But they are looking at, honestly, reintroducing maps that they took out of the PC version. That is something that they're going to be doing this year. They specifically stated Port and Pearl River. Port, I don't think they need to change all that much. I thought that was a decent map, but the southern spawn was at I think it was the southern spawn. It was pretty lopsided in one spawn's favor as far as the win rate. I liked the map, but it was a little bit imbalanced and it wasn't fun. And by imbalanced, I mean, I like maps that aren't always symmetrical. Like, one side might have a little bit of advantage on one flank over the other, as far as, say, like attacking versus defending. But, it's just, if all the maps are the same on both sides, it leads to, it being boring, in my opinion, because everyone goes to the same spot. Both teams, they don't really have too much of an incentive to break outside of the mold. So they removed South Coast, though, because basically the northern spawn, it's had something like a 5+% win rate difference in a bad way. The southern spawn completely wiped the floor. Dude, you're dead. You're dead to me. If you're gonna spam just because Artie's there, no. Like one ping is enough, and then you state, "Hey, Artie, please kill him." But yeah, the problem was everybody camped the northern spawn on South Coast, and it just led to that side getting torn to shreds. I would like to hit the M103, but oh well. I was just hoping to try to get him out. Honestly, this map is, or this match, not map, is probably gonna turn out to be pretty bad for me here. So I'm probably gonna get RD'd a little bit more than I'd like to. Thank you for the subscription, Tanner. Oh, that guy does not have a fire extinguisher. Doesn't he feel like a fool? Okay, they're pushing on that guy, so I'll try to do these two a favor, and I should have gotten my turret over sooner. So I'd say I'll do them a favor and push out here and try to take a little bit of the pressure off of them. I always hit the frickin' beak and upper glacis on this thing. I thought I was, at least a pretty decent shot at hitting him where I could pen him, but nope. No such luck for me. And he's just going to track me and I can't damage him. Yay. But at least I got some assist damage here. It makes it a little bit better, but... Come on, turret. Aim in, please. I was expecting a 0 damage critical hit, honestly. Hello, Poser. Right now, I'm streaming 8 to 11 a.m. But my schedule next week, like I do stream the same time today than tomorrow. But my schedule next week will be changing. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to know this weekend. But my streaming schedule is in the video description below this video here. It's also on my website, always on the main page and in the left sidebar. Oh, gun depression. How much I love you. Unfortunately, I don't have any right now. Oh, hi T92. Yeah, I screwed up my angling there. Save me, Big Daddy. I mean mouse, not, you know, you know what I mean. No problem. Okay, Mr. Mouse. Where are we gonna go from here? Ah, crapola. Ah, you little bugger. I'm dead. I don't know why I went around like that, but yeah. Oh well. I got a bit of assist and damage, but that was a dumb move on my part. Well, Echo, if you want to join, you know, I sent you an invite. Just give me a message if you would like to platoon. So I got the Type 4 up here next for a request. After that, I've got the UDES and the IS-7 coming here. I think the reason they don't do that, Floyd, is with the way the game engine and matches are set up, it would basically waste server space a little bit. What you can do is make a training room match with just one other person and explore maps that way. But I think at this point in the game, you know, by the time a new map comes out, Wargaming already has they have videos out for it. They have their community contributors, everybody from the test server. There's tons of videos up of maps already. So I don't think they'll ever do that at this point in the game. I play on the NA East server. Well, port, that was removed for a time because of the train tracks. But they removed the whole rocking back and forth over the train tracks thing pretty quickly. You can disable it in your settings now. So that's why they're probably looking to bring it back, because I like port. There's very fun matches on it. But, you know, you don't know what Wargaming's honestly going to do until they decide to release it. And a lot of people technically call it leaks, but Wargaming pretty much states to, you know, whatever community contributors or super testers do leak stuff here or there, but nowadays almost every leak that you see is technically Wargaming condoned in a way, or sponsored, I should say. That guy is probably a little upset. Damn, that's why I don't go there anymore. Thank you very much, Sardag, for the subscription. Here comes this IS-3A. And I hit the building. Well, Floyd, it's just would it be a nice feature? Yes, I do agree with that, but Wargaming, honestly, there's bigger priorities in the game that they should rather focus on, honestly. Like Armored Warfare might have that, but it's basically whether or not a lot of people would use it and ask for it, and you know, I'd rather them honestly add more maps or fix stuff than focus resources on it. I'm not saying you're wrong, it's just that's the way game development happens. Is if it's a feature that not a lot of people are going to benefit from, and it doesn't, make sense for the company to do, they're not going to do it, at least in a timely manner. Yeah. It's basically, I think it was a knee-jerk reaction, them removing port. But they have stated, basically port and Dragon Ridge. Dragon Ridge needs a lot of reworking now. I think they're just going to lower the center of the map a little bit and raise the lowest bits. So it'll be a little bit less unique than it used to be, but I think it'll be a pretty decent map if they put it back in. Got to contend with the slightly low gun depression here, but yep. I was about to say the IS-7, I saw he had 3 marks on his gun. Ain't no way he wasn't going to be throwing APCR at us. I'm just backing up here. I'm trying to keep this building in between me and their TDs, but just trying to cover my long reload as much as possible. Trying to damage his gun, but why are you guys not helping us? Like, they only have 1 SPG, so, yep, more APCR. I don't know why they're trying to push so hard at the base, because we're not going to have any tanks. Even if you kill their SPG, it doesn't make any sense. Granted, I am throwing premium HE at him, so... Since they're getting a little bit of ahead of themselves, essentially. I might be able to get a little hit on this VK, honestly. Here we go. 3 critical hits. He's probably not happy. One of them's his track, but he just used his repair kit on his tracks. And yeah, he probably lost a crew member or ammo rack or something. Yep, you guys are still pushing up there. I do not know why. Unfortunately, we're slowly losing tanks over here. We're going to get flanked from behind. I'm a little bit more concerned. Yeah, because at this point, the E100 I can take out in a shot, but oh god, I can't move because there's TDs behind me. I'd take you out because you were chucking APCR at everybody. But unfortunately, you can't always win matches in a slow tank like this. You can do damage if you survive a very long time with the HE gun, but my team was just bleeding tanks by pushing into people. Alright, there we go. So the next tank up here would be the UDES. And then I got the IS-7 after this for a request. Which Cliff with the new whatchamajig, the graphics coming out this year, it looks like they're fixing that whole annoyingness of Cliff with the lighthouse area. You'll still be able to get up it looks like, but it'll be a little bit more balanced. At least we won Redshire as well. Yeah. I completely agree with that. It's not even like playing wrong. It's, I would say it's ease of play in a way. Why, like you said with Dragon Bridge, everyone goes down in that one little line. It's just, it makes sense, and why take the risk to go to a different part of the map when there's not that high of reward or stableness of going, where typically everyone heads. But I think Dragon Ridge is pretty easy to balance if they just, raise up the lowest bits a little bit. It'd make it easier for Artie to play on it. I know people won't like hearing that, but you know, it'll be a better map. It's pretty much they removed every single Asian themed map. They removed Hidden Village, Dragon Ridge, Pearl River. I thought Pearl River honestly was almost perfect the last time they rebalanced it. It still needed a little bit of tweaking because a lot of people just basically bum rushed each other through their bases in the center area. But outside of that, I thought it was a pretty fun map. But definitely not the easiest to play, which is probably why it got yanked. Yeah, I can do the Shred 103. Yeah, like I said, after I get through these requests here, it's getting close to 11. I'm just going to be playing tanks I need to do doubles on, and, you know, I want to play. So, not that I don't want to play these, but you know what I mean. Tanks, basically, I need to progress a little bit through. I missed that chance there. And of course I hit him on the freaking space armor bit. Since I am a prime candidate to get RD'd right now. Alright, I need to... This is not the easiest tank to play. And basically where both teams are setting up, enemies kind of tucking in behind the town. There's not a lot of places for me to shoot yet. Cruising over here. Sorry, little bulldog, you're a little bit ahead of your time there. I'll take a crack at the T-29 again. Probably gonna get RD'd though. Oh, you scared me, Eka baby. I thought that was a tank flanking me. I was like, oh no. Not in the face. Shit, I just missed that shot. Alright. This might backfire on me, but let's make this a little bit interesting here. I'm a little bit confident that I can take this. Oh, no, I'm definitely confident. Never mind. At least I spotted him. If I can zip around here, I'll be able to speed up this process a little bit with us taking these guys out. Yep. He has had to hit my gun. Just the M103, he can shoot me, whatever. I can take one more shot from him. He's not aiming at me yet. Now he is. And of course M103s, for whatever reason, is one of the few tanks that I take shots at, and I always hit them on that one little thin strip of its freaking beak in between the upper and the lower glacis. Never fails. I don't know what it is about the tank, but my shots always freaking land there. I can try not to hit it. I can do a lot of different things, and yet I always freaking hit that area. Don't know what it is. Shit happens. Unfortunately, Mr. Land, I do not speak Polish, Russian, whatever that is. I can try to translate it after this, but unfortunately I do not speak it. And if I get RD'd, whatever, I'll take a little bit of a gamble. You're pointing at me, so you're going to get shot first. Oh well, at least we got a win here. Where are you, Bulldog? You can kill me. You're on my blacklist too, so I hope you don't kill me, but you probably will. But the IS-7 I got up next, and then I'll play the Strev 1030, and after that I'll be doing doubles and whatever, you know, floats my boat. I'll probably play until, I would say, maybe like 11:30, 11:45-ish. So about another hour here. But I'm not going to be taking any more requests. I'm just going to park my butt here and cap. You're telling me to eat, or maybe you're eating dinner. Google Translate is not the best with that, Mr. Land, but see you maybe. Thanks for watching. I don't know exactly what you're saying, because it was kind of saying like obsession with World of Tanks or something. Wouldn't exactly say I'm obsessed. It's kind of my part-time hobby job. Oh, hi, little dog. He's like tucked me in again. But at least we got a little bit of a win there. So IS-7 up here. Let's hop in this bugger. No problem, Floyd. You go, little buddy. Oh, I know. You're all wet. You're a little damp dog. If only my webcam could see down there. It cannot. It's getting a little chilly in here. But like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming the same time, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so same time as today. I'll probably be able to go a little bit longer tomorrow as well, but this Friday is going to be the same stream time like I usually do, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Sunday might change a little bit. I'll have to see, because I do work Sunday. I also work Friday, but I'll be able to play regardless since I work earlier on. But my stream schedule is going to change come this weekend, next week. I'm going to post it, you know, pretty much everywhere you can find my stream, and especially in the video description here. But I don't know the specifics yet, but essentially the gist of it is my later on streams, so nighttime for me, are going to be a little bit earlier for the most part. Some of my streams in the morning, I might only be able to stream one day in the morning, because that's when I work at my real job, my actual job that pays, you know. But not that I don't make money off of this stuff, but you guys know what I mean. I would say my 9 to 5, but my job's the 5 to 3. Gotta love those hours of being a chef. Yep, you chose the right thing there. Oh, I shot the ground. I do not know off the top of my head, no. I would say the upper glacis is, they sit around 300 millimeters, if not more, depending on where specifically you fire. Alright, there's no RE, so I should be able to squeak by here. He just fired. I got a ramming skill here. Oh god, no. He's gonna aim at my lower plate. There we go. You can over angle to IS-7. People that tell you never to angle it at all, they definitely don't know what they're telling you. You know, he's aiming at my upper plate, so you just kind of flick it back there and they'll miss most times. It pisses people off so bad when you do that to them. Unfortunately, though, that girl, I saw him a little bit late. I'm just trying not to take too much damage here because we should be able to push this side pretty easy. Oop. I guess I can. I was like, I guess I can try to pen the bottom there, but no. That's alright, Isaac. I would have answered it. I get why you didn't want to ask it though, but you know, pretty much there's only a few people I would say in World of Tanks outside of, like, I don't know any Russian streamers because I don't watch them, but I would say people on the EU NA servers that stream, I would say there's probably under a dozen that can say that they can make a living, which unfortunately we're going to get capped out again. I honestly didn't even notice. I am not paying great attention to being capped out so far. Awesome. Well played by them guys, or those guys. Blah. My grammar's terrible sometimes. Didn't even notice we were being capped out. I would have at least pinged the map, but oh well. I would say there's under a dozen people that can actually make enough to consider it a full-time job. And I would say even some of those people, you know, they might not essentially own a house, you know, basically be saving for retirement. Like, as far as making money off of streaming, it's something where, like, you can't I can't go into specifics as far as what I make from Google, because that's technically against their terms of service for AdSense and stuff like that. But you know, I would say the guys, or not the guys, the amount that you guys tip me, I always say thank you, and I appreciate a lot, because technically that's the most that you would make out of streaming. Ad revenue is, you can kind of Google it, how much do YouTubers make, like per view or video or something. I would say that stuff is fairly accurate, but it's towards the lower end for video games, because it is based off of what category you're in. But you know, as far as, unless you're getting, like, I would say 1 million, you'd have to get like 1 million views, or you'd have to get about 4 or 5 million views a month, I would say, to make a comfortable living. And this is pre-tax, because you get taxed like you're essentially self-employed, so about 30+% sometimes off of what you make. You'd have to make about that just to consider it being a decent job. Thank you very much, Drazen, for the subscription. Thanks for watching, Poser. Have a good gaming session. Hopefully matchmaking's kind to you. But you know, I would say the majority of people that stream make most of their money off of, like, say you're on Twitch, people tipping and sponsorships, and also, you know, promoting certain items and getting paid by, like, a company for, you know, playing this game or stuff like that. Because ad revenue used to pay more. Like, I haven't done it as long as some other people have, but with the rise of ad blockers and stuff, it does cut into not only your ad revenue, from people actually being able to see your ads, but also people paying for ads. Technically, they pay a little bit less now because ads aren't as effective as they once was. I was a little bit off there, I'm guessing. This T-34. Oh god, and yeah. Oh god. I don't know why I just used my repair kit there, but I did. Huh. Well, that's, well, I'm gonna say it's unfortunate, but, I don't feel obligated to tip me, I would say. Like, I like taking tips, and, it definitely makes it a little bit easier sometimes to justify streaming, because, I do have, not even just a full-time job. As a chef, I work, during the season, I work like 60 hours a lot of weeks, and I work odd hours, but it definitely helps, and Ryan, a lot of you guys know Ryan, it definitely helps, she's warmed up to me streaming, because I definitely do it more now than when I met her. There's bills to pay, and it's not always the most amount of time for us to do stuff together, with my schedule and her schedule. I somehow hit him. But, for whatever reason, I do appreciate people when I see, like, around the forums and, in little Facebook groups for World of Tanks, you can always support me by, sharing, sharing my videos and stuff like that. It always, it helps out a lot. Sometimes even more than you think. I'm very big into, especially for my website, SEO and stuff like that. As far as like getting people to your site, I don't market as far as spending money to get people onto my site. You definitely don't make enough money to be able to do that. But hopefully I'm not confusing anybody here. It is hard for me to explain because, unlike a lot of streamers, I have a website. I actually have two websites, one for World of Tanks, one that I'm slowly building, but albeit kind of neglecting right now, for other games, menzgaming.com. But, I do that on top of videos and streaming, and, definitely won't be quitting my daytime job anytime soon, because, would it be fun playing video games for a living? Yes, but I've said it a few times. I feel like it would almost, not to say suck the fun out of it, but I would never want to rely upon it, because to be able to do it effectively, most times you do have to, cover certain things, and you might not want to play a game that day, and you kind of have to play it because that's what people want to see you, and you have to basically treat it 100% like a job, if that makes any sense. Which, hello, Jack, nice to see you. Jakub, right now I was trying to do just tanks I'm grinding, but I can play a KV1. I'll do one more tank request right now. At least we got a win here. Did you get... Huh. I was surprised he didn't get some assist damage. He was up there pretty early on. I'll play one KV1, and then after this I'm going to do just tanks I'm grinding after that. The Strev 103 is not a brawler at all. It's just unfortunately, a small map like that, you're kind of stuck like that. Do I enjoy being a chef? Yes and no. I would say more yes. I've grown up in a restaurant business. My family, like right now, my family owns, like a Victorian hotel and a restaurant in it. And, my parents have a few other businesses, mainly real estate. but I grew up in it. Like my grandfather, when I was growing up, like we downsized a little bit because my grandparents passed away on my dad's side, but I'll roll the dice and get pulled into a higher tier. Um, but you know, we owned food distributor, uh, two hotels, and technically four restaurants combined when I was growing up. But yeah, but it's fun though. It's just, you know, it is a lot of work. I'm not gonna do it forever. I don't think anyone plans to be, you know, cooking in a kitchen forever because more or less, you know, there comes a point where you can't exactly run around for 8 to 10 hours a day on hard floors in like 110-degree kitchen, sweating your ass off. But that's more or less, you know, technically I'm a sous chef. My brother's the executive chef, but you know, around where I'm at, it's a 9 month season essentially because it's a seasonal town. But you know, most restaurants I would say only like maybe two or three in the immediate area are big enough to actually have like executive chefs where technically executive chef and even my job as sous chef, you normally wouldn't cook day to day on a line. That's not usually what they do, but for a lot of restaurants, you know, not the giant ones, not even corporate, but you know, ones that have full seasons, do a lot of business. Typically, you don't cook. I'd be fine with that if I'm a little older, but you know, it's definitely not the easiest profession, but it's fun. Every day is different. You can do 500 people each day, and it can be completely different depending on what people order, and it's fun in that. You never get bored. It's always a challenge, and that's the main thing I like about it. Every day's different. I probably wouldn't be able to do a desk job where, you know, you have the same thing basically every day. Plus, it keeps you in shape. I honestly, granted, in the winter, I am lazy a little bit because it's kind of like my time off for like 2.5 months. But um, I probably, in the first 2 months of coming back to work, I probably dropped, and I'm not even overweight, like say right now, I probably drop about 15, 20 pounds just from the amount of running around I do. Honestly, I try not to do online banking either. It's like a lot of banks require it kind of now, and you know, I can see why they do, but I try not to honestly put any of my bank information online. I can see why you don't want to do that. But I would say anyone that's looking into becoming like a cook or a chef, the main thing I would say if you're getting into it now, like, you know, I've been basically cooking for I don't even know how long, like since I'm like 16 in a way. Um, the one benefit of this is, you know, right now a lot of people, you know, they might be losing their jobs and jobs might get replaced, you know, by technology. Never, depending on where you. Thanks, Tiger P. I was trying to get around you, but you just had to. He just swung out a little bit there and blocked me. Freaking asshole. But I wasn't doing the best with working with him, but at the same time, he just tilted a little bit to the right. Gotta love it. But yeah, oh well. Um, no matter where you move, no matter how much technology, chefs, cooks are never going to get replaced in a restaurant setting. Um, I know that they make like machines and stuff now to make food, and you know there's like prototypes of things that can do a recipe for you. Never going to get replaced. So there's always going to be a demand because it's technically, you know, like a trade job, and it's just something where it is something nice to know to do. You know, definitely don't want to do it past say when you're like 30, 35 or so. So But most of the things you hear about cooking in a professional kitchen are true. Good, bad, and extremely bad. And I would say even the perverted stuff too. That's very true of a kitchen. Alright. Thank you very much, Brian. I'll try to get to the T29 right. I'll do one more request. I'm just trying honestly to do tank grinds towards the end of the stream here, since I've focused pretty much the whole stream on doing requests. But I'll play the T29 one more time here. But outside of the main downside, you know, like cooking in a professional kitchen, of, you know, it's hard work, like mentally and physically, you know. I know it's not the same thing, but the closest thing, it's, I don't want to use, like, not to say PTSD, because that's a serious thing. At times in a kitchen, you're getting bombarded from every different side, and it's not even your fault, and you're getting yelled at by everybody at times, and, you know, it's kind of all on your... you know, it not to say they're definitely not the same thing or within the same category, but I just don't know a word to kind of describe it in a way. But I would say that's definitely, as well as some of the people you work with aren't the best of folk, but, you know, that's really the main downside, so. Nice Spanky. It, you know, it could definitely block a lot of damage in that tank. Right, somebody spotted me from over there. I just hope I don't get RD'd. Or shot on my left, because my turret is no longer aiming that way. Nope. Yeah, somebody's definitely over there. There he is. Never mind, that wasn't him. That happens a lot in the kitchen, yes. Honestly, though, Chef Ramsay, from knowing people that have worked with him, because, you know, he does do stuff in Atlantic City now, and I went to school just outside of Atlantic City. He honestly isn't as mean as you might think. That's really just his TV persona on US shows. Don't get me wrong, he's very stern. Basically every kitchen you find is going to be like that, but he's not a prick like you would think. More or less the way you have to be, you essentially can't let people walk over you in a kitchen, but I wouldn't say just, you know, sometimes it comes out that way, cursing and being a dick, but hello, I guess he said yo dad, but he died. I'm gonna use you as a shield now. Yeah, flip you over. This might take me a little bit to get him over there, but more or less, you know, I'm typically, I would say, polite in a kitchen, as long as it isn't, oh god. Oh my god, 3 of their tanks died because they, yeah. I hope I don't get ammo racked here. But I'm pretty polite, unless, like, there is such a thing as a stupid question when you're in a kitchen. Like when a server comes back and, oh, are the pancakes gluten-free? No. Like, they're fucking made with goddamn flour. Like, Like stuff like that. Unless they're specifically on the menu, like a gluten-free pancake, then sure. But like stuff like that definitely will get you cursed out of the kitchen if it's busy. Which, no, this guy you're getting blocked again. But I definitely screwed up a little bit there. I hope we don't lose because they basically destroyed 3 of their tanks for nothing. I just shouldn't have shot the defender with my first shot. I should have just went straight for the IS-3, then shot the defender in the side. Just one little mistake. It's just more or less I play Paris. The south is typically the most important part because it's the easiest to... Basically, it's the more consistent side. The north is way too wide open and hard to push across without taking a ton of damage most times. So that's why I don't go up there unless my team looks like it, it's worth it for me to go up there. But, you can go north, you can go center, you can go a lot of different sides on Paris. It's just, most of the time, it just makes sense to go south, so... But after this, I'll play the T-29, and then back, I'm just going to do... After that, this is definitely the last tank I'm going to do any requests for. I'm going to play just tanks I need to grind here. Maybe some credits. But tomorrow I can always do, I'll take tank requests tomorrow, definitely. Oh, God. Why am I getting itchy? IS-3, I was about to say let Echo Baby go out there. He can take a shot. But just finally about the whole cooking thing, the end my thought about it is, part of the reason that I got into cooking was, it's kind of in my family in a lot of ways. My family's been in kind of the restaurant business for, whether it's food distributing or the restaurant itself, for 4 generations now. Yeah, 4 generations. But also in my area, I would say about 60+% of jobs are basically hospitality, food business, stuff like that. That happens more than you think sometimes, Lobobo. Yes, people. I basically relate it to some people don't know what they want. They might not necessarily. A lot of people just cook at home and don't go out often, so they might ask for like medium rare and they don't technically know what that is, or medium, or even medium well. I chalk that up to that, but I've had people before, like I don't cook dinner service anymore. I basically run breakfast, lunch, because, between me and my brother, one of us needs to do it. But more or less, like I remember back then, because breakfast, lunch is a little bit easier. You get stuff sent back at times, but it's a lot more manageable from the customers not knowing what exactly they want or stuff like that. But more or less, we've had times where, someone orders, say, a medium fillet, and we cook it medium. Sometimes it even went out like a little bit over medium, because it can sit under the light and keep cooking if something else gets hung up. Because the heat lamps are like 200+ degrees sometimes. And they send it back, I want this cooked more. Okay, so we cook it like well done then. They send it back again, goes in the microwave. I do not condone using microwaves at all in a kitchen outside of desserts, because some desserts require a microwave. But I don't let anyone use a microwave when I'm there unless it's absolutely needed. Very nice job, though. Good job, Echo Baby. Thanks for carrying me there. Thank you for the tip, and thank you very much for the fights. It was fun. But if someone sends something back like twice and they're either being, say, a dick about it, your stuff is definitely gonna get thrown in a microwave to get finished off cooking, because basically if you cook, not only is it quicker for us, but also if you're cooking something, say, well done, um, past well done, from the first get-go, and you send something back to get cooked again or further, putting it back in the oven is just going to make it turn into this dry, chewy, inedible piece of thing. So there comes a point where, if you keep sending something back, you're either going to wait like 20 minutes plus for them to recook it, which is out of the question, because at that point, the person's just going to say, I don't want it, and leave. Or, your stuff's going to come out cooked like you like it, but yeah, it gets microwaved. I do not cheat, Jackie, but... Hello, Milksy. Nice to see you. I would say both are very good tanks, yes. Yeah, typically when I go out to a restaurant, like as far as ordering stuff, it also depends on your server. Some servers should not be a server because they don't know anything about food. But typically, I actually like servers that, someone tells them, if you tell someone, say, I want it medium, medium well, and say a little bit pink in the center. A good server will type it in, as medium, and as just a small little note on a ticket. Because if you write too much stuff on a ticket, honestly, people don't read that in the kitchen. Because you have like 10 seconds to look at a ticket to see what you're cooking, and then you're back to cooking. Because you're cooking like 20 things at a time sometimes. They'll write medium, little pink, something like that. And, the cook knows, hey, this person wants it medium, but definitely not towards mid-rare. Because, medium, mid-rare, they're fairly close, but you can get it towards one or another if you've, cooked a certain station a lot. Because honestly, like, most of the time when I'm cooking, like I manage breakfast, lunch, but I mostly cook breakfast, and during lunch I'm like managing, prepping, food orders, stuff like that. Like say breakfast for like omelets or something, because people can get them like soft, runny, like well done, stuff like that. It's like there's only two cooks. Sometimes, I take for example, I have like 10 breakfast sandwich. 10 breakfast sandwiches, say like 6 eggs benedict, like 20 pancakes going at one time. Like, make things a little bit too complicated. It's not possible. But it's completely different working in a kitchen than at home, because the only way you can do that much stuff at a time is you're specifically set up to do that amount of orders in one go. It's definitely not easy, but it's at least somewhat possible. Yeah, the amount of people that like we have, like a tuna app at night where it's like, wasabi, ginger, like sriracha, mayo, some unagi sauce, seaweed salad and stuff. But the tuna, essentially we roll it in like black pepper and spices, take a torch and kind of scorch it. The amount of people that ask to have that well done, when specifically it's, it's seared scorched tuna, like blackened essentially. You slice it down and it's either, we can do it rare or mid-rare most times without killing it. The amount of people that ask for that well done is staggering. You're like, you want what? It's like you're just not set up to do it. So if you ask for something certain, like special like that, because well done tuna takes cooking correctly about 20 minutes to do, which is longer than you might think for a tuna steak, but it is. Typically what people will do, like I usually cut it down and sear each individual piece. But if you go to a place that has somebody that doesn't care about what the customer gets, most likely they're either gonna chuck it in the microwave or burn the freaking hell out of it to teach you a lesson. I don't do that. I don't let people do that cook under me, or I manage, I should say. But yeah, yeah. Isaac, you would be surprised. Like, essentially, take like our breakfast service at my restaurant is about 3 hours long. 3.5 hours, but typically, the last half hour isn't busy for us. We have typically two cooks, behind a line that's just there to cook during that time period. And you do anywhere from, during our actual busy season, 180 to 220 people at a time. Sometimes, depending on the weather, because it's a lot of families staying with us, you get about 50 to 100 of them within a half hour. And it's just like you're running around like a chicken with its head chopped off. But you're definitely set up to be able to do that. Don't get me wrong, I hate when it happens, but every restaurant goes through it, and you just make the best of it. Hello, Mick. But then again, say the flat top that we do, like pancakes, sandwiches, French toast, stuff like that on. I'd probably say, like, you can't really see my whole desk here, the size of it. I'd probably say the length of it is about 8 feet long and about 3 feet, 4 feet wide, as far as the flat top. And then the person doing like omelets over easy eggs, they have 2 waffle makers, and for use for them about 6 burners, so 6 pans at a time doing omelets. I really like doing that station. I typically don't do it a lot because I do the other side because I can prep more stuff for those stations. But it's pretty fun. You kind of have to get a rhythm, and not to call it art, but it almost is in a way. But at some point, a lot of you guys have asked me before to do videos on cooking, and I kind of brought it up to Ryan, and at some point I might get into that, because and even make like a mini little website and do videos on this YouTube account for it. But it won't be until at earliest this fall, I think, because I'd have to get an actual camera for that. It's not like I can cook here in front of my computer. But I think it would be, because cooking, like, it's easy for me to say it's easy, but it's a lot simpler than some people would think. Because I've taught people that aren't cooks how to cook like certain things. It basically comes down to learning a few core, like core things, and basically, not to say follow a recipe, but if you learn a couple key elements, it makes it very less intimidating to do. Okay, I'm falling into the classic thing I do where my one teammate is extending a little bit too far and I try to pop out in front of him, and I'm usually the one to get shot. I'm just switching over to APCR here because I kind of I don't need it with the M103. Actually, knowing my M103, oh god, I can't see because of that little thing there. The 103 is going to be, we're not the 103, the 183. It's going to be hard pressed to damage me. Whoops. At least I bounced off of him. Stop throwing heat at me, please. I haven't even shot you with APCR yet. I have now. Take that. Alright. let's get this going here. Just gonna track him. That way if he points at me, they're just gonna damage him. I get a little bit of track damage. Everybody's happy here. Except for me right now, because you just tracked me. And the 183 popped out. Didn't even take any damage. Oh my god. He just went in front of an E100 and the 704, angled like that. Didn't even take any damage. But at the very least, I did 2200 damage and spotted for 2800 damage. Or assisted with, I should say. I definitely pulled my weight, but my guys weren't pushing hard. Like, we had the advantage. You gotta press on them, because the longer you give them, when you have the numerical advantage, the easier you make it for them to basically catch up to you and get more damage in. Let me get to the little Indian Panther here. It is a very long gun, yes, Wolfie Wolf. How to strain rice. That's kind of funny. Even though rice, you technically shouldn't be able, you shouldn't have to strain it. Yeah. In a way, you know, since I've been talking a lot about cooking, Isaac, you know, I typically, it takes a lot to piss me off. But I play games for fun, and really not just World of Tanks, because, you know, some of you guys watching, you know, this might have been like the only, like, kind of a gateway game. It might have been like the first real multiplayer game you've played a lot of. I'm not saying any of you right here specifically, but more or less any multiplayer game. Like, I've been playing them since I was in high school. There's always frustrating elements of it. It's just, you either cope with it or it's going to stress you out to no end. But compared to, you know, say working in a kitchen, and say, take for example, like if I'm slammed behind the line and we're doing a party, and, you know, one of the waiters or say like a prep person is setting up a party, and, you know, you pre-make like say 100 salads or something on a tray, sheet rack. So essentially a giant rack with wheels, trays on it, and they decide to hit a bump in the floor and the whole thing falls on the ground. World of Tanks, having, say, I don't know, getting one shot up by Artie, or your team not playing the best, that pales in comparison to that. That's the type of stuff I deal with at work, so there's just at times where, you know, that's why things don't faze me as much, because I've had stuff like that happen to me before. I'm not even just making up that situation. Or say like a party where accidentally you're a restaurant manager. They're related to me, so I'm not going to say who it is to me, but you have a party of, I think it was like 75 people at one of the last weekends we had last year. And you put out the first two courses. It was soup and salad, and the entree comes around, and basically it was a wedding, bride and groom, and they say, we didn't order that, like, as far as what they were getting. I think it was, they wanted like fried shrimp or something, and like a basically surf and turf thing for a meal, and we had down like chicken and I forget what else. And they're like, we didn't order that, and the people just, they ended up changing their mind, and they never informed us. Go figure. That's a very important thing. And we didn't have any of that made. And you're running around, and it ended up being me and my brother. I think it was like 30, 40 orders, because not everyone got, say, the surf and turf. We ended up doing that many orders to order while putting out a party. You know, breading basically shrimp as fast as we could and throwing it in the fryer. So that's why I don't get fazed much, because that's what you deal with when you work in a kitchen. It's not always like that, but it's definitely it makes the rest of your life's problems or whatever a lot easier to deal with. Hello, Ian James. Nice to see you. I don't know what exactly you're saying. Stop taking Panzer IV? I don't know. If you're telling me not to talk, then I don't know what you're watching for. I talk a lot here. You can hear Levi snoring. Yep. He is pretty much been out underneath the microphone today, the whole stream. He's a little bit a little bit upset that it's very nasty outside as far as rain and wind. Hey, that's part of my stream. I know you guys aren't complaining about it, but yeah. I have embraced that I have a snoring dog most of my streams. Come on, you know you want to pop through here. Thank you. I don't know why you chose that, but I'm very grateful for you just to pop out there and kill yourself, essentially. Okay. There is this T-32 behind me, but I'm trying to help with getting this guy out here. Shit. Okay, I'll just pivot this way. I don't think the T-32's playing, but okay, maybe he is. Just track him. I get a little bit of assist damage. Oh god, that was stupid. I haven't played this tank in a few days. I thought the turrets reversed a little quicker. I might die here from this Udez, but my team's got a pretty hefty lead here. Oh god, don't. Let me take my one little shot here. I was talking about the Centaurian that rammed me there. Oh, that was my bad. Alright, Carnivorn. ISU moves, so I can now... Ah, crap. Screw you, T-49. How dare you shoot to me. I might regret sitting right here, though. Since my team's taking its merry old time with dealing with that AT-15, I do not know how he's not dead. And the Udez finally got me. That's what I get for sitting there. I should have popped back that way when I could. Oh well. That's what you get for sitting in one spot, but... Just please don't lose this, guys. It's just I don't know how they were not able to kill an AT-15. Especially that guy. He could have just pushed him out in front of everybody. I just don't know how it took them that long to kill him. Oh god. Bullets? What do you mean, Wolfie Wolf? Technically, you know, there's bullets in the game, I guess, you know, shells and rounds, but I don't know what you mean by that. If they added like very small caliber guns, they would be completely useless. They wouldn't be able to penetrate anything. Even very low tier tanks, it would be hard pressed. I think I got all my doubles done though, which is very nice. So, excuse me. Why don't I hop into the E50 again, since I need to get... Basically, I need to actually get some experience to get the top gun on this. Hello, Graham. Nice to see you. All right. Yeah, it's technically still morning for me here as well. But I'll probably play maybe like 2 matches more after this, and that'll probably be it for today. Yep, Levi is definitely out. They wouldn't on machine guns. They wouldn't break tracks, especially with how even just the game is modeled. They wouldn't do anything, honestly. Most of the, say, even like secondary guns that you might find, like a few of them would work. Like I think the B1's tank gun and its hull, stuff like that, the low tier B1 heavy. But say even like the little gun that's on the mouse, that would be pretty much worthless outside of shooting at like light tanks, and even then, yeah. Oh god, he did get flipped over. Oh well. How the hell did he flip over? I don't know. But at some point, they looked into it in the past. They might add dual guns for tanks, but I think it's a feature where, with how World of Tanks is set up, that it wouldn't do as much as you might think. Yep. Are you awake, dog? I think he heard me talking about him. Honestly, I can't wait. I'm hoping when I get done the stream here, I can actually take Levi out, because if not, he's going to want to... He's like a puppy. He'll want to play with me for like the next 2 hours. Yeah, I got to grind the experience out, so it's going to take me a few streams, I think, to be able to get the gun on this. But I'm trying. You are correct there, Graham, yes. I think you... Graham, I'm not questioning you, because you know a lot more than I do about tanks. This is awesome. I did not want to run up against this guy, because he can penetrate pretty much the entire front of this tank. And there's a T10 up here. Yeah, I'm dead. Honestly, I didn't even notice that the T62A didn't push up with me, because his turret front's a lot better than mine, but E50 definitely does not have... Honestly, shoot it in the turret, especially the E50M. The turret's a lot easier to penetrate, I feel like, most times than a lower plate. Gotta love it, though. Oh god, he's probably gonna pop me. I'd pop me. I'm just gonna run away, honestly, if I can. I didn't necessarily want to push up the hill, but it looked like everyone was pushing up there, so kind of went with it. Definitely didn't work out. The E50 so far, like I made a weak spot guide a couple of weeks ago for it. The armor actually turned out worse than I thought it was, so I actually think it needs a little bit, not a ton of help, but it's definitely not the amount of armor that you would expect for a medium that's kind of the medium with armor at tier 9 and 10. Okay, at least I got my little laser gun here. Now if I could actually shoot stuff, because I don't have any HP to actually move up here very far. I'm not dead yet, Ian James. I'm close, but, your gun still works. I can't even pen him premium. It just seems like, the most tanks Or the tanks with the most amount of armor are all right in front of me. 250 millimeters on the front and blitz. That's just, not to say that's retarded, but that's just ludicrous that they even did something like that. Trying to track him, but tracking shots in this, you need at least 2. It's like, don't get me wrong, it would definitely help the E50 out, but I think there's no way that tank could, you know, have 250 millimeters of armor on the front of it. If you're talking just like, say, planned or whatever, it's just not feasible. Come on. I know, little German dude talking to me. Hello, Blue Nexus. Which, Johnny. Hello, Johnny. Oh, why is our... thank you, Artie. I was like, why can our Artie not shoot that guy? I don't want to go up here and spot, but... try to track him. Here we go. He has to use his repair kit. Our team, I don't think, is going to win this. Oh, it's a joke. I don't watch him, so. I think I'm gonna die here in the next minute, I would guesstimate. Yep. Turret front, he probably penned me right through that. I tried my best though. Oh well. Huh. That's unfortunate that they changed that much in Blitz. I think that's a little bit short-sighted, honestly. How do I go in third person? You can just scroll in and out with the mouse wheel. Got a Confederate award, first class on that Indian Panzer match. I'm glad we won that. I was very skeptical with as long as they took to kill that. Oh, what's a majig? The AT-15. Alright, so let me get into... I would like my next tank I think I'm going to finish the grind on is the Emil 1. You know, I'm not super close to getting it done, but I'm closer than some other... Like, please be polite in the chat. But, yeah, I'll probably play this match. Maybe I'll play one more. I'll try, like, the T-25 pilot again. James, I'm not playing any more SPGs this stream. I played 2 earlier. Honestly, I'm not taking requests anymore. I played the first 3 hours of the stream doing tank requests. Right now I'm just trying to get some tanks I want to, you know, get some credits and experience on. Because typically I end the stream about 30 minutes ago. I'm just going a little bit longer here today. Why don't I head this way? Thank you for subscribing, Blue. There's 1 SPG, which technically I treat that as 2 SPGs because he can shoot me a few times. Good night. Have a good night, Blue. Thanks for tuning in for a bit. Bad weather. It's still pretty crappy out. Yes, we're never gonna get like snow. Like it's like forecasts. Like for anyone who doesn't live in Cape May County, um, you know, it's pretty much like the apocalypse. Like tons of snow, rain, or not rain, but wind, and you know the wet kind of snow that was gonna bring down trees and stuff. Here we're always gonna get rain. We're getting a ton of rain, ton of wind, but yeah, it's pretty crappy outside. Thank you for the subscription, Ian. But yeah, it's pretty nasty out until later, a little bit later on tonight. But more or less, it was just the snow totals that you know are further inland that really got like a lot of media attention. I don't think it's going to snow that hard in most places. The last I looked at it, you know, I've been streaming for most of the morning here, but for us, it's mainly always just flooding, and the ocean's too warm with this, with how warm this winter's been, for it to actually snow where I live. And even if it does snow, it instantly melts because you know you go about 5-10 miles in any direction and you hit ocean all around us. So we always just get rain. It's kind of depressing at times. I like snow. But at this point in the year, yeah, it's not as bad as it could have been for me though. I was just worried about like wind knocking down like a tree or something, especially with how wet the ground is. Alright. I guess these guys moved a little bit. Gun accuracy. Oh, thank God. She can tell I was very confident that I was going to hit those shots. There we go. And of course, the last two. Well, I feel like I don't know exactly how Blitz plays in high tiers, but yeah, most mediums just the premium rounds are the problem. See you, Ian. Have a good night. Yeah, feel free if you know you're around tomorrow. You can request an SPG or two. Okie dokie. Left or right? Left or right? Left or right? And I'm gonna go right. Just because it makes it harder for them to do like a merry-go-round against us. I'll just finish them off there. Sayonara to you too. But my last match, yeah, I'll play the T-25 pilot one. And then I think that's going to be it for me. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Feel free to tune in again. This reload, for whatever reason, it's not, you know, the fastest autoloader reload, but it's just, I am too impatient to play autoloaders at this, like this sometimes. I might die here, but whatever. I'm not even going to bother stopping because he's going to pull back before I can get more than one shot off. And my shot would probably miss. Even though we're ahead, we can't get complacent here. See if I can pull this guy over a little bit. Since I don't want to go 1v1 with an E100, that would of course not be in my best interest. It's just the 140, I've got him with me, so I just hope I don't get ammo racked here. So I'll push up to where, yeah, I knew he was going to shoot me. with the now 2 of us now. Oopsie daisy. Oh god, I fudged that up. I gotta try to stay as close as possible. I can at least make it very, very hard that he can kill all of us. This match is a lot closer than it appeared. I'm trying to go backwards, but I'm getting dragged forward. Whew, that was close. At least I killed him before I died. It just always TDs sitting back on this map. It looks like you have an advantage when you're winning a flank, but it's actually on equal footing because you have those people sitting in the back. You know, they are doing something at least, you know, fighting the mouse and the defender. But, you know, it definitely skews the fight a little bit just from looking, so. Unfortunately, we lost Malinowka, though. Yeah, it's like SPGs, my main thing is just you can't influence the fight as much, and they're frustrating to play right now. I still did top 3 damage, but yeah, I could have did a little bit better in that match. So my last fight here, T25 Pilot. There we go. I got a sweet 44% win rate in this so far. Awesome. Alright. Alright. Sorry, got a little bit distracted there. Here you go, little dog. He was just kind of whining there because I didn't do it, but he knocked his blanket off of him. Oh god. I really don't want to fight those, well, the TDs, because they can take off basically half my HP in a shot, but those heavy tanks. I'll try my best over here, though. This is going to be a toughie, though. Only one medium's going to the center. Oh god, there is... that PZ is over here. It's kind of refreshing. Yeah, penetrating his armor is going to be a little difficult. Yeah, it's not always the most practical, though. I play on the US server. This is going to... T54, why? Don't do that. There it goes. You know, about 1/3 of your HP. I just don't know why people... He knew he was out there. Well, like, I'm not following you just yet either. It does not make sense for me to push out there. If we all push up there, they can slowly round into us and kill us. Really, it's the E3 that we need the help from. I don't know why he was just aiming there, because I haven't been spotted yet, but yeah, it's just basically what we need to do right now. Our E3 needs to honestly push up with us, or else we're all gonna die. Because fighting that guy head on is, you know, it's not impossible. It does have weak spots. Oh god. It doesn't help when I'm playing like complete shit here. But I don't know why they are pushing into a tank that you really have trouble penetrating from the front, and he can penetrate you every time. So it just doesn't make sense. And somehow, you know, I'm not exactly playing well, but you know, they're going to complain about not getting help, which the E3 should be up here helping us, but it doesn't mean that you need to rush nilly-willy into a fight that you almost have 0% chance of winning. So I might play one more match here, because this one pretty much has sucked. Well, hello person from Azerbaijan? Bajan? Sorry, I'm not very good at pronouncing certain things. Most things, everything. We are definitely going to get stopped here, though. It's just, we had a chance to fight all right on this side, but, yeah. A few mistakes here or there definitely did not do us any favors. Hey, the E3 finally moved up after we lost our 3 guys down there. What a pal. Awesome. He can pretty much penetrate my whole turret front. Somehow our E3 died before me. No, he stole a repair kit. I'll play one more match because this one was... we pretty much lost a minute in. Not too much you can do about it either with this tank. At least with, say, like an M26 Persian, M46 KR, I could have used a little bit of my turret armor to poke out a little bit more. This one, not so much there. At least we won the swamp match. That was a pretty decent match, given my tier in that match. I'll take that. So my last one, why don't I hop into the, since it's, you know, a newer premium, the 252U. That's all good, Graham. It's been pretty good today. Towards the end here, I've been playing a little bit worse, but that's good that you're getting that up. I know that tank is oh, I feel for you having to go through that. Alright. Just double check to see if anybody else joined the Discord server. Typically, a few times a day I check to see if anybody needs permissions for it. I'm just kind of cringing right now because our three mouses should be able to go right over there. Our problem is we're very lacking on the medium department over here. So I'm going to slot a little bit more towards the center. They're going to have a tough time if they go at that hill wrong now. I hate myself right now. I get shot through that spot more times than you can imagine. For the amount of times I actually go over here, I get... Yep. Awesome. This is good. This is great. My accuracy sucks anyway, so I went with my driver here, so at least I can move around the map, but... Oh my god. Getting direct hit by Artie, and yeah. The TD, whatever, but I'm surprised Artie direct hit me there. But that's what I get. At least the mouses are just going to push through, and they should have a pretty easy time. But the reason why I went with my driver, better for me to be able to move around. Since my accuracy sucks anyway, pretty much I'm just relying upon my shell going in the center of the aiming circle, and less about accuracy. So it doesn't matter if my gun is damaged at very long range in this tank. They definitely didn't set up the correct way for basically keeping these 3 mouses from pushing across. Their best bet was all of their already aiming right at the... Oh god, my only chance is to bounce shots right now. Aiming at the hill, and their TD spotting them and basically, you know, whacking them there. I might die. I just wonder who the hell is spotting me. We'll never know. Oh well. This is life of the 252U though when you're not top tier. It's not a bad premium. I think it's very good. Overpowered? No. But when you're in tier 10 matches, I definitely played it a little bit too aggressive. But this was my last match of the stream here. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you have a very good day. Some of you have a good night. I'll be streaming same time tomorrow, 8 to 11 a.m. This Friday, 8 to 11 p.m. And I'll know most likely Friday. My streaming schedule is going to change a little bit because I am back to work now. So it's just going to change, I would say, drastically compared to, it's been the same pretty much for the past 3 months. But I'm going to try my best to keep it as similar as possible. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully it was pretty enjoyable. We had some pretty good matches today. But have a good day, guys, and I'll see you around. I'd like to stick towards the end here, but I think it's going to be a little bit long. And honestly, Levi, he really wants to try to give it another go to go outside in the storm. So I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Have a good one.